Welcome, welcome, welcome to Dope Check episode 24. Four with Ace the Stocksman, Tactical Rabito, and Trey Cero for our Spanish listeners as well. Boys and girls, boys, how we doing? It's a crazy week of COD. So much to talk about. Insane storylines. Our OpTic washed. I don't know. There's a lot to talk about here. How we feeling? What's going on? How's your day? Talk to me.
I'm diving straight in, baby. What a weekend of matches. The drama continues. OpTic versus Vegas last weekend, another one today. Ace is going to be on crack. You don't even need to bring out the glasses, I'm pretty sure, for this one, because your takes are going to be straight fire regardless for the way this series concluded. Big drama. The Twitter sphere has been absolutely popping off. This is the thing. These online games, yes, they might in part still be terrible, but you get some sensational tweets coming out of it. So that's what I'm here to discuss. But yeah, had a fantastic weekend. Ready to get back into the action this week. What's good, Trey? You've been grinding?
Yeah, fresh out the jail cells of X Defiant. Shout out Patty P. Got banned on there for slamming too many kids. Unfortunate stuff that you run into me. No. Ace, don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Nah. All right, boys.
Take a seat.
Rab, don't get me started on you. Don't get me started on you.
Go ahead. Hey, continue.
You say that again.
Yeah. Repeat that
just
one more time.
the way you said it.
Anyway,
from Wall Street.
We are back with another dope check. I'm back from being unbanned. It's been an absolute stellar weekend of COD, stellar weekend of gaming, and honestly, I'm in a fantastic mood to talk some Call of Duty and hear Ace in a certain part of the segment, and I can't wait for everyone else to hear it too. So, welcome everyone. It's an absolute goddamn pleasure.
Let's go. It's a great time. Let's jump right into it. Let's go to the Black Ops 6 reveal. We have all the details right here. All of them started coming out, this week, basically. Let's talk about the Omnimovement. This has been a big talking point. Specifically, I put a tweet out, and a few others did, that it looks like it might be Shotzi's year. So let's take a look at what Omnimovement looks like and what it's going to be in the Call of Duty space for Black Ops 6. Get the volume up for you guys, and let's hear a little bit about it.
Our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode. We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global system we call Omnimovement. This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
From the beginning, we started with, you can't do this.
Our goal is to create a...
So, it's innovative. They're adding something new to the Call of Duty, space sphere. Rab, Trey, reactions. Is Omnimovement a dub or an L?
I'll go first before Trey gives his actually informed opinion, because I'm just, I'm just a moron. But I think I'm down for this. I think in COD, generally, they change shit that doesn't need to be changed. And then what they end up doing is they go back on it a few years later and they're like, oh, wow, we just reverted Prestige back to classic Prestige. Isn't it great, everyone? Pre-order the game. And I'm like, well, why the hell did you change it in the first place a couple of years ago? This is interesting because, when I was in the US, in Indianapolis, at the firing range, I was there popping the Vector, popping the 6 hour, you know me. Those that followed Instagram, they know. But I was thinking when I was there, I'm like, well, I can strafe. Let's say I wanted to clear out a room. I'm popping in this way. I don't have to just sprint forward, you know what I mean? I can sprint sideways with pace and then just, pop a little headshot. You know what I mean? I was moving different that day. So this actually makes sense. it's going to look clunky. I guess my concern would be, how are the character models going to line up with what's actually going on? Because that's been the big problem with like snaking and stuff, that the more advanced movement shit you add into the game and the more complicated you make it, the more problems you can get where the character model doesn't reflect what's actually happening from their point of view. So I think we might get some pretty funky stuff here, but and also it is disableable. We'll go on.
Quick breaking news. We have Standy in the chats. Quote, end quote, fuck the green wall. Go ROKKR GGs. Thank you for that, Standy. If you'd like to come on the show, shoot me a DM.
Eli, we're too early. All right, you should too early. Come back in like in an hour. Come back in an hour.
Yeah. Eli, shoot me a DM. We'll get you in the call if you want to talk about the series and the whole, all of that. We'll talk about it later if you want to. Shoot me a DM. We'll get you on the show. But yeah, this Trey, Omnimovement. You've been playing XDefiant a little bit. You know, different type of movements. Movement's been a big key factor as to why a lot of people like XDefiant. What do you think of this Omnimovement? Is it important? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it going to hurt COD? Is it good for competitive COD? What is your take?
All right, for starters, I'm going to agree with Rab in terms of I hate it how everyone gasses up something that they ruined in the first place. They ruined this prestige thing. They've ruined a bunch of things that they've brought back, and it's like, yeah, nice, wow, look what worked for us back in the day. Look what we're bringing back. So, you know, buy the game. Like, they ruin things to then bring them back. Obviously, it's to get more people to buy the game. I get it. But stop ruining things. You're ruining it. It's terrible. Secondly, the Omnimovement. I heard a few people in my chat today were saying that, oh, the Tom Gravity or something like that was talking about GA in it. Can we not GA anything before the goddamn game even comes out?
Real quick, guys.
Oh, yeah, I got it. I think it's in here, isn't it, or no?
I don't think I put it in there because it was a new one.
Oh, okay, no worries.
I got it right.
My point is that, like, we got to try it out before we do anything. We can't call it cheese. We can't call it OP. We can't do it. The game's not even out. You just watched a bot dev run around with it.
Yeah.
And secondly, I don't know if you've put Parasite's tweet in here too.
I'll go to it right now.
No,
he done a take about the game, and honestly, it was like a really, really good take. There was nothing else better. I could have worded it myself.
Oh, right here. Here it is.
It was like a paragraph.
Yeah, Omnimovement looks so fluid. This might be the best feeling COD we have ever had, and actually brings some serious innovation to the game. That's his tweet.
I think it was no. There was a different one. He kind of roasted him too. Give me a sec. I'll try and find it. Sorry, I didn't have it up beforehand.
No, that's okay. I'm just trying to find it.
Maybe you deleted it then.
It looks like it's not here, low key.
Yeah, I think he did delete it. Anyway, it was something along the lines of fact that, like, yeah, and hype for the new COD coming out, blah blah blah, but we're still gonna have the same boring 2-gun meta, no new guns coming in, rank play is gonna be infested with hackers and everything like that. And my point about that is, we've seen it happen for the past 2 games, right? With MW2 and MW3. It didn't really happen in Vanguard with hackers and stuff like that. But we've seen it in MW2 and MW3. It's all good and fine and dandy with all this movement coming in and all the new stuff and the game coming out and everything like that. But GAs exist to make the game more competitive, but it does get so stale so early.
Yeah.
So I think this year we've actually got to look into the GAs and stuff like that and try and at least not do, as much as we do, because it kind of just ruins the competitive experience for the viewers. And people wonder why the games are so boring to watch. That's a big part of it. And I've been a big part of, like, GAs making the game more competitive and stuff like that, but it does get repetitive. It does get boring to watch.
My only take on this Omnimovement is if we have it in, it does add a layer of skill gap that I think is important, that COD's been missing for a little bit. I love the classic example of people talking about Shotzi. Yeah, I think it would look crazy if you're running forward, someone's shooting from the back, and all of a sudden you dive backwards, gun up, and just bop, 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 bop. It would look crazy. It would be a lot more highlight plays and a lot more...
The tweet's in there now.
It's up there? Okay. But it's just
it's in the Discord. It's a screenshot. He did
Yeah,
delete
just
it.
put it on Discord. Yeah.
I got it right here. But yeah, I'm a little bit of a fan. Let's see what Chris said. Black Ops 6 will be great until it gets watered down into the same basic game 3 months into its lifespan. Never adding new weapons and rarely adding maps into its comp map pool. Ranked will get taken over by hackers and 8s will be dead after 5 months. Let's go. I mean,
It does happen every single year from the last 2 years. Like, he is spitting facts. But my point
It's
is like,
facts, yeah. But
like,
I
he's
also
spitting
think
facts.
like it's a track game. But maybe I shouldn't think that way.
yeah, I think the big difference here is that
Cold War was pretty bad with hackers too.
Treyarch has been consistently a better development team in every game. I think this game, considering how much hype is around it, I actually think we're going to see a lot of streamers, creators, and people who kind of left COD return and give it a chance. So the big thing is, if the game is fun off of launch in the first month, the lifespan, I think, really will matter based on the first month. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that, but if it's fun off bat, if ranked play is included in the first month of the game, if Omnimovement is not clunky and it feels good, I actually think this game could be a big turning point for Call of Duty as a whole, as a franchise, as a competitive sport, all of it.
Well, this is in my opinion, this is their last chance in terms of, like, they've done everything to bring everyone back. It's a Treyarch game, master prestiges, round-based zombies, prestige up to 10 levels, and then master prestige after. And a lot of people are just going to come back. They're going to try it out. And listen, it's going to be a fun game. I'm more looking at competitive side of things because I'm a competitive player, or ex-pro, whatever you want to call me. I'm looking at competitive side, and I just don't want it to get boring after 3 or 4 months like everything has prior.
The other part of it, too, is like, I mean, I'm going to put this question kind of in the air, but like, do 8s die because the game is bad, or do 8s die because the pros aren't?
Pros are lazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. Thank you, Rep. The pros are lazy, or just they're just busy doing other things. What do you think it is, Trey? Do you think it's more the game gets stale?
I truly believe it is the game, but I do also believe it is pros being lazy with the amount of money they make now, so they don't put as much time in. The only person I can
both, but like
the only person I can truly say grinds the most out of anyone that I know, like in that competitive aspect, is Draz. Draz is probably the biggest grinder I know in terms of COD. He plays S&D chows when all the. In my opinion, like, you should be playing 8s. You should be playing, not even S&D 8s, just Pro 8s or something like that. Get it going. Like, I shouldn't load up Twitch and see, pro players that are coming into, like, a few weeks of matches left, and we'd be rolling around on Rocket League or something like that, It didn't really happen on Vanguard. Vanguard was pretty, I think, I always go back to Vanguard. I think Vanguard was pretty successful in keeping 8s going. I think a lot of people played rank play in there. I also think MW3 is just riddled with hackers and stuff like that now too, like, absolutely riddled. So a lot of players don't play rank play. And it's also the game, in my opinion. Like, the game's stale, the game's boring, it's horrible to watch. Like, it ain't nice. Like,
let's jump into the next, more of the Black Ops 6 reveal to get a little excited, get some dope, get juiced up a little bit. What's coming in the future? We do have this also. Traditional prestige is making its way back with 10 levels. I don't even, honestly, I swear to you, I don't even know how prestige works in this game. I've never tried it. I don't know if there is a prestige.
I don't even understand it anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, back in the day, I go from level 1 to level 55. I hit enter prestige. I run it back to level 1, and we run it up again. Like, I love that shit. To be honest, nowadays, I think maybe in the last couple of CODs that I really played, I couldn't be bothered going to master prestige, so I just, like, stopped after 1 or 2 and just left it at 55. But back in the day, like, I was all over that shit. Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3,
COD 4, MW2. Like, I was prestige. I wanted to be prestige. I wanted to do the prestige mode. I wanted to grind pubs in order to get that rank on next to my name. Like, I don't know.
I want to have that feeling again of, like, oh shit, like, this Prestige 5 emblem's pretty fucking nice.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
like, yo, this is a risk. Am I gonna lose it? Like, I'm scared.
And it's like, enter Prestige. Do you want to enter Prestige? Are you sure you want to enter Prestige?
This fifth Prestige emblem, like, I could rock this the whole time. It's looking kind of cool.
But then when you got to Masters in Black Ops 3, then it let you choose anyone you wanted, and anyone from like the original Black Ops 1 and 2 as well. That was the fire shit.
That was cool, but fuck that shit. All right, I want to take it, strip it all the way back. Yeah, I want that decision. Yeah. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Like, this emblem's pretty cool. Am I gonna go all the way? Or am I just gonna sit here?
I like
that.
A big underrated part too about just the Call of Duty landscape is pubs gotta be fun. Pubs have, like, we think about competitive a lot on this show and a lot of the shows we all watch in the, this flank breakdown, us, all that. But if pubs aren't fun, if Prestige isn't made right, if that whole ecosystem is not created well, it doesn't lead to more comp players. It doesn't lead to more interest for us. It doesn't lead to more interest for the competitive COD scene. So I'm happy with this coming back. I just hope there's not some like weird angle or aspect of this where, okay, to Prestige, you need to get this gun leveled up to this point to get the, like, just this weird connect. They've done some really weird stuff recently with unlocking guns and all that.
The worst. You want this sniper rifle scope? Yeah.
Use the shotgun.
You've got to use a shotgun to then use the M4. You got to then reload and throw your mag at someone's forehead, and then you can unlock the suppressor. Yeah, and then you'll unlock a character where you have to run across the map in Warzone. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Let me just get to level 20 and unlock the suppressor.
Yes, let me just play with the gun or play as like a crackhead, which is what I want to play, and get to where I want to get to without all this weird loops I got to go through. More highlights on multiplayer. These are some big ones, though. These are some really big ones. Developers' philosophy is stated, quote, return to 3-lane maps. This is what's been asked for several years in COD. 12 new maps. New, keyword new maps. 6v6 at launch. 4 new strike maps. And customizable HUD. How much faith do we have that quote, return to 3-lane maps, is going to be exactly what we get?
If anyone but Drake said it, I wouldn't believe it.
Listen, I had a discussion today though, Rab, right? They said they were going to give me 3-lane maps on Cold War. All right, they gave me Garrison.
Yeah, that was 2-lane map.
That was 2.5.
So maybe 2.5. Yeah,
that was 2.5.
But if that was a 3-lane map, it would have been so much better. Like, if there was another route from spawn to where the control point was.
Listen, but Garrison is better than any map we have now in the last fucking 2 years. So I would take that. I also have a lot of faith in Treyarch. Like, I think we all do. I think that's why we're all excited. I mean,
oh, look at this pool.
Yeah, it's looking like. Hey, so they take that from your. So they take that from your LA house.
Yeah, they took it from my Dubai penthouse, but I let them have it. They paid me a nice sum, but I let them have it graciously.
Of course, I mean, like nice sum, but we didn't notice it.
Hey, do you reckon Treyarch have come up with these maps themselves, or do you reckon they've got inspiration like Infinity Ward did and completely rip off every real life thing?
Greenberg Hotel is fucking crazy.
Greenberg Hotel, Raceway, fucking
Raceway was crazy.
Museum.
I can't believe they did this. For those in the chat that might not know, there were at least 3 maps in Modern Warfare 2 that were literally designed to the T on a real life location. Like, I think it's called, was it like the Cosmo something hotel in Amsterdam that they took Greenberg Hotel from? Obviously, Raceway was literally the Singapore Grand Prix paddock,
and then
the museum was actually a real museum.
Museum is the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, and it's the actual layout of it. Like, it's really like that.
And like, they didn't get permission to do this shit. And then the museum people were like, hang on a second, you've just made our museum into a bloody COD map with fighting and gunfights and death. And
there's a fucking massacre happening in our museum right now. You can't do this, dude.
What the fuck?
Motherfucker's checking into the hotel and wherever the motherfucking thing was. Next thing you know, he's got an M4 to his back. Like,
yeah.
There's a sneak peek right here of one of the maps. It's called Valdera's Museum, so let's take a quick watch of that as well. For people that didn't see this, it looks interesting.
Conservatorium Hotel.
There we go.
Seeing players on what they need when they need it. and our in-game HUD is no different. From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean, streamlined experience. For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs. For instance, streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away. Want to play hardcore anywhere, or finally put the minimap in the bottom left? Those are options as well. Not only does the HUD give players important status, it connects them to
Just a quick little preview of that map as well. Again, it looked kind of like, it gave me a London Docks kind of vibe with the first little glimpse of it with the water and the little warehouse right there. How overstated or understated do you think it is, Trey, about the customizable HUD? Do you think it's like that big of a deal? Do you think it really matters that much? Do you think streamers or pros are really asking for this? Or is it just a new feature they just want to put in the game?
I don't think anyone asked for it. I think the classic COD HUD is perfect. You know, mini-map top left, shit bottom right, kill streaks on the right. But, I mean, it's just another cool thing they've added, I guess, where people can decide where they want it. I'm more... In these clips, I don't know if I'm just saying it to say it, but it looks like the guns have got a little bit of kick to it.
I see what you mean there.
The guns do look a bit like, you know,
it does sometimes look like that on the trailer. Super. This video actually goes kind of hard, like the way they got the cinematics. The guy's like looking this way, and then he's like moving around. I mean, just the actual developer.
There is blur.
I know what you're saying, though, Trey.
There is blur on it, though. You know, there's some blur. There's some stuff going on. So there is some.
Yeah, but like the initial shot, the iron sight just goes in a fucking. It's like it explodes.
I mean, may not be attachments on it. Again, we've seen a lot of the early COD demos always have like bots just running around with random attachments on. So it does look a little bit shaky, though, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying. It happened in another video where someone was playing it too with the AK. It was the first thing I saw. And guys, can we stop saying that? You know, spooky in the chat. They're using ass attachments. What do you know they're using? Maybe he's using the best attachments in the game.
Well, no. Here's one more. Here's a little more clip. He shoots with something with a red dot on it, and it actually looks pretty stable. So I'm gonna play this one really quick. Look, whatever that gun is, this gun looks very steady. I don't know what he's using there, but
It looks like a Krieg.
Also, is that a pick 10 right there? At the bottom right?
No, apparently it ain't pick 10. I think it might be in one of the other tweets I have up.
No, like, it's the exact same as I think it's Cold War. Where you have a wild card and you can have 8 attachments or 10 attachments. So you start off with 5, and if you put a wild card in it, you get 10.
Everyone said Krieg. It's the Krieg back. Yeah, okay, there you go. There's a Krieg meta coming right back into this. Definitely.
I'm down for that. I mean, the game definitely has some Cold War vibes to it. I think like if this game is just Cold War but 20% better and more polished, like we're in for a good time, because that's what it should be, to be honest. Like it should be just a significantly better version of Cold War. They've had way more time to work on it than they did for Cold War.
You know what I'm most excited for? The campaign.
Oh, for real. Actually, it looks pretty fine. Is it Jeffrey Dahmer or some shit that's in it? Is Bill Clinton in it? Is that not right?
Do we have a thing of that? Oh, here's the campaign trailer. We'll do a quick 5-second look at the campaign trailer.
Yeah, it's not good to monitor.
Oh, 5 seconds for a campaign trailer is kind of crazy. Just 5? 5?
Oh, it was a clip from it. Like,
yeah, give us more than that, baby. Come on now.
Jeffrey.
What there wasn't there?
Yeah, it's Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's just a 5-second clip of diving in campaign.
Yeah, they were the whole thing.
Oh, was it?
Adderall is not Jeff Dahmer. Okay, maybe I'm tripping. I swear I saw somebody say that Jeff Dahmer was in the campaign, but I didn't really look at it.
No. I think the comparison was Adler looks like Jeffrey Dahmer. I think he's been baited.
Oh my god, I've been baited so fucking hard. That is hilarious. I think Bill Clinton did it. I know that. I seen him.
I seen him with my own 2 eyes. I seen him with my own eyes.
I seen him.
No, it's
I seen him.
Okay, yeah. They're cooking me in the chat for good reason, to be fair.
All good.
But, okay, honest mistake.
Yeah, here's the loadouts right here. No pick 10 for multiplayer, so I guess I was wrong. But here's the loadouts. Primary, secondary, melee, lethal, tactical, field upgrade, 3 perks, plus perk specialty, and wild cards.
It does remind me to Trey real quick on the campaign. Like Black Ops 1, that was my favorite campaign. You had that mission where you were trying to like assassinate Kennedy. Fuck.
Fuck.
That was the shit.
There's one big takeaway from this though. Is panic knifing back?
Oh,
Panic knifing. What do you mean?
I like that.
You know, panic knifing is like, you know, someone runs in front of you, you fucking shit yourself and you melee by accident, but now there's a dedicated melee weapon, it could one hit, so you panic knifing's back.
Bro, dude, it's been so long since knifing and bro, hey, was knifing in COD good? One shot knifing, just having that as a melee? No, you don't like it?
My hot take is I think what they changed there was better than a double punch. I like a shot punch. That's what I like. That takes skill. When it was like the punch did 99 damage or like 145 damage and you had to hit one shot then punch them, that was the best. That was the best shit. Because Advanced Warfare was the worst for the panic knife. It wasn't really a panic knife, like they'd punch like this, but it would still be a one shot. The amount of times I would double jump in the sky, he would punch fucking thin air and it would still kill me because the character boxes were so bugged. And the amount of times that like the guy would slash the knife, even Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 this happened, slash the knife around, I wouldn't even be on his screen and I'm still dying. So fuck that. Shot punch.
That's a bit that's a bit different, Rab. That was fucking 15 years ago. Yeah, of course. Like we were sort of fucking dial up at that point.
No, Frankie's shot punch was cheese. What's cheese about?
Nah,
the
shot punch was cheese. The shot punch was cheese.
What do you mean cheese? You're saying panic knifing is less cheese?
Explain how it's cheese.
Panic knifing is way more cheese.
Bro,
how is it
used
cheese?
to play for the shot punch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's skill.
That takes something. That's like something.
Because like you have to. Okay, go on, and then I'll give you take away wrong.
So's knifing then.
One shot knife, one hit knifing.
Bro, the shot punch was basically fucking one knife anyway. We trolled.
Nah, okay, no, delusional, bro. Like you had to knife in. You just press the one button and you knife. Whereas with the shot punch, you've got to stop running. You've got to hit the shot, and you've got to basically press the button just after you've hit the shot, because you don't have the reaction time to choose between shot 1, shot 2. You have to know how long it's going to take for the first bullet to come out, then time the shot punch properly.
Bro, you're not playing Mortal Kombat, Rab. You just shot and punched at the same time, bro. It's not. It wasn't crazy.
I'm telling you, there was a skill gap. There was a skill gap for shot punching, man.
Bro, it was someone
people were better than others.
It was someone shitting themselves and accidentally shooting and punching at the same fucking time, Rab, every single time.
Nah, that's cap. Chat knows that's cap.
But Rab, let's agree on something here, and Ace.
What's up?
The AW punch dash was fire. Fire.
Nah,
when you would punch, dash back so it cancelled the punch and fucking insta shoot someone. Now that.
Oh yeah. To be fair,
that was dope.
Nice.
Guys,
right,
we also
that back. Bring dashing back.
We also have this here. Map voting is back. This to me is all I've been asking for. I want two things.
They had it 10 years ago.
No, wait. It's two things. I have a two-parter. Map voting, and for the love of everything I love, holy, keep me in the same lobby. Let me keep voting against people and like keep picking the certain, what I want to play, and keep me in the same lobby as the guys I'm playing, so I can build friendships or build rivalries. One or the other. That's all we're asking for. Map voting?
PD is right. PD is right. MW3 does that map voting too.
MW3 does what? Map voting?
Yeah.
But you actually are bang on, Ace, about keeping in the same lobbies, because that's the shit that pisses me off nowadays.
Yes.
Because I know if I have a good game, there's skill-based matchmaking my way into a fucking lobby full of like Trays and other guys like that. What I want.
Wait, Rab. You think when you play, they're putting you in lobbies with Trays? I think they're putting you in lobbies with 7-year-olds.
Oh, 7?
7? 7?
I mean, you might be right, but all I'm saying is, go watch some of my gameplays from back in the day. Tactical Rab, sort by oldest. Go have a look at some of the pieces that I was popping, because I'd be nice with it. You be getting shook for this 1v1. I know, I seen it coming.
See,
never worry.
Right, so if they have skill-based matchmaking, keep the same lobbies.
No.
What do you want? Keep the same lobbies. I'm helping you out here.
No. I think you said keep the lobbies as they are now. I think I keep the lobbies like this.
No. Keep the same lobbies, because I don't know how it's gonna work, but I doubt they do it because of skill-based matchmaking. But like PD saying in the chat, X Defiant doesn't have staying in lobbies too. In my opinion, I don't have staying in lobbies because there's no skill-based matchmaking. Like, little Jimmy can't just keep getting bummed by me for fucking 7 maps in a row before he finally gives in, right? Like,
Yeah, I do kind of see it, I guess. Yeah.
like, do I see them getting rid of skill-based matchmaking? Unfortunately, not.
No, I don't think they will. I used to love that shit that you'd get put in a lobby, you'd be searching, you'd be going for gameplays all day. Finally get put in a lobby full of shitters. I'm like, I am about to farm. And for the next like 4 or 5 games, we're dropping nukes, you know? You know me, plenty of nukes, that's what I do.
MW3, I was dropping Moab after Moab after Moab on these fucking lads with dads, yeah? That rocked up, popped the Stella Artois after work, yeah? While I'm fresh off school, yeah? One of those 35p energy drinks in hands and some Barlett's
Oh my
Frosties.
god, the Euro Shopper energy drink. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sat there getting absolutely licked. Mother's racked a Rustler burger in the microwave and it's fucking chalked for the man them for the night. You know what I'm saying?
Has there ever been a ranked where you voted? Was Matt voting?
No. I think that sucks though.
You sucks if they did that?
Yeah, I think so.
My only thing is just to get away from search and destroys and ranked. That's my only thing.
Yeah, but like then you're forcing people to not play S&D when it's a CDL game mode. That's why I don't agree with it.
It's sensible.
If you had map voting with like random modes and shit like that, then you're forcing people to not play S&D. And I'm not an S&D lover as it is. I'd happily do that, but there's a lot of people that love S&D.
Wait, they're saying World War II had ranked map voting. Did it? World War II had ranked map voting? Damn.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm
still saying I'm still saying I don't agree with it though.
I want it back. Honestly, I want it back. Maybe you don't agree with it, but I would love to see it back just because then I could avoid search and destroys, play hard points, play controls, play up whatever the third game mode is going to be this game.
But we got to play like the pros.
Yeah, but we're playing reg, baby. We're just trying to run at each other and have a silly goose time, man. Just let me have a silly goose time with my bros.
We're trying to play like the pros, Ace. Trying to join the CDL with the boys.
We do have more preview of the Omnimovement. Just a look. We'll watch this really quick, just to dabble. Actually, I'll just go to the main thing I thought was interesting. This prone turning around is weird.
And our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees.
Some would say cheese.
Mozzarella provolone.
Specifically, that to me is a little wild. If you can like turn around in a prone and like look upwards.
All I'm saying is they have it in Rainbow Six Siege. No way COD's copying Ubisoft these days. Kind of crazy.
Oh fuck!
Gotta think.
You gotta think.
People are saying that Lei G is gonna be out of control. They're saying it's gonna be OpTic's game because Shotzi's gonna be diving in all directions and Pred's gonna be laying down and moving around in all directions.
Ah, you're on about LeProne.
Yeah, LeProne.
we do have a tweet from Shotzi. Black Ops 6 movement looks insane. All caps.
All right. So here's my point. How's it look insane? You've watched Bob with the art. Does the artwork run around?
I think the big thing for him is just seeing that there's more potential for movement. There's more potential things to do, which is why I'm excited for it. But the problem I'm still considering is whether it's actually gonna be flowing, not clunky, because it's the first game that COD is doing something like this.
It did look clunky.
How do you assess that it looked clunky already?
Because I saw it with my own 2 eyes, and in my opinion, it looks clunky. I think it's a hard movement to master, though. That's why I said I think it's just going to be a clunky one. But I also haven't played it. People have played it, so I could just be chatting out my ass. And it's also Bob, the dev, running around using the Omnimovement. So
at the end of the day, do we think the pros are going to GA it? Because they said it's on. It could be turned on and off. At the end of the day, if we made a prediction right now on Dope Check this second, do we think it gets GA'd? Chat, you guys can also say, what do you think? Do you think Omnimovement gets GA'd? Yes or no?
Okay, my opinion is
If Shotzi's good of it, yeah.
Yeah, I actually think the pros will try. I think the majority of teams will try. But I think the league needs to step in and say, no, we're playing with this. Because as far as I'm concerned, Omni movement is going to be the default on option for every single player that plays the game. And it's going to be a massive part of the game. Like, you're going to watch people running around in pubs with the Omni movement stuff on, and it's going to look very different if the pros aren't playing with it. So the CDL absolutely has to mandate it to be
Spence
used.
did reply to Tom Gravity's tweet that says, so we're disabling omnidirectional cheese, right? And Spinner Spence, we all know who he is. He replied saying no.
Okay, there we go. That's what I'm saying.
So I don't know if you saw
the assignment.
I don't know if you saw Aikes' tweet the other day. He was replying to like a league, like an X Defiant like league. You know these little leagues that people put on like that's not official. He replied like to the GAs and stuff like that happening with like a massive list of like what can be countered, what is like OP and considered like OP that's okay with being GA'd or out for the moment. And it was actually like a really good insight on like, because X Defiant's a game that doesn't want to GA anything because they have everything there and everything can be countered. So Aikes done a tweet where it was like a Harry Potter book. It was a long ass fucking tweet, but I think the CDO needs to step in with how many GAs are going to be in this year to make the game fresh and actually enjoyable watching.
I mean, we're going to be talking about it when we get into that like Faze versus Ravens drama on the referee stuff, but it's just, please this year give us a bit more transparency on what is actually happening. Like the CDL need to actually be way more forthright with some of the things they're trying to execute here. On GA should be a big one. Like the GA system has been complained about for years now. The league structure is massively changing this season. We might even have some new teams in. It's going to be a very different format next year to what we've had this year, as far as I am concerned and understand. So alongside that, we need to have better controls on GAs. We need to have better understanding as to what the hell the rule book actually is and all these other things that we've complained about, and for good reason, over the last couple of months. But yeah, I think this is pretty good to see. And Gersh is saying in the chat that once you go black, you never go back. Or what did he say? Once you try the new movement, you never go back. That's what he said. Yeah, actually.
Excuse
Don't know where
me?
that came from.
Excuse me?
Sir? I don't.
That's good, Gersh.
On a side note, apparently, according to PD Gaming, I'm muted by Spinner Spence. Nice.
For real?
Yeah, apparently
No,
I am
right.
because we follow each other.
Kick shit.
But I don't see his reply under the tweet, so that means I'm muted.
Interesting.
Random
Beef live on Dope Check. Wait, should I outspin it? Get him in here.
Hey Spence, what the fuck did I do? I didn't do nothing. I just be saying ha 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 on the TL. That's all I be doing. I ain't do nothing to you. That's crazy.
Yeah, once you go Black Ops, you never go back. That's what they're saying in the chat.
There we go.
That's what I meant. Once you go Black Ops 3, you never go back.
They said I scrolled past it right here. No, but if they said it's not at the top, then I'm muted. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. Let's keep it going. We have a big piece of news though. Speaking of Black Ops 6, speaking of the next game, returns to some stuff happening, guys. If this is true, my pants are coming off. Okay. Is Formal coming back to Call of Duty? OpTic Formal. The IW champs go.
Right. Is Trey okay? Trey,
Trey,
what do you got to say on this, brother?
Trey, I think your cam is frozen, brother. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
What happened?
Quick, like 3-minute section where some questionable shit was said, but it's all good. We're locked in.
I'm locked as hell. What happened? Wait, what do you think? Oh, so Formal coming back. What are we thinking about this?
Probably not happening.
Think it's bait? Think he's just baiting?
I mean, he could come back, but he ain't gonna play for anyone else other than OpTic, is he?
And that's where things get real interesting, don't they?
Okay, this is my opinion. Formal's going to call it a day with Halo. This is like 100% confirmed at this point, pretty much. He's made it quite clear. I think also it should be expected, right? Like when he went to Halo in 2022, late 2021, how many years did we realistically think he was going to compete there, given what he'd done in Halo before, then he'd done in COD? It was like, to me, it was probably 3 years tops he was going to compete in Halo, especially given the way that the Halo scene goes. So here we are, 3 years in. Formal's already won the World Championship in Halo in 22, runner-up last year. They're still very good OpTic, but not good enough compared to Faze right now. He's fed up with grinding the game. Absolutely understandable. Has he still got the talent? Yes. Could he take his talents to another game? Sure, but also Formal is one of the greatest esports players of all time. Certainly, in my opinion, the greatest controller esports FPS player of all time. So there's no doubt that if Formal said, hey, look, I'm coming back to COD, that there would be some serious interest in making it happen. The problem is that there isn't really any room on the OpTic Texas team, assuming they maintain their status as one of the real top dogs from now to the end of the season. Is it impossible that Formal, in a similar way to what happens when he came back to Halo Infinite, got loaned out? He went to Faze briefly. I think maybe he was on Space Station briefly. He did a couple of stints before they dropped Pistola and they brought Formal into the OpTic Halo team. Maybe, could Formal hit up Scrap and be like, hey, I want to be your new AR? Bloody hell. I mean, I would not, but it's probably not going to happen.
Haram! What? I would. Hey, you know what? If Formal comes back, I'd be eating almonds right there with you, buddy. Let's watch this clip from Scump asking Formal if Shotzi would beat them in AW. Let's watch that, and then there should be another clip. Oh,
this is just like kind of another one, but the other clip is on. Yeah, you can play what you want.
Yeah, I'll play this one first, just because this one is very direct to what we're saying. I'm gonna say let's do this one first. Let me get the volume master up so everyone can hear it nice and clear.
A wave of elation across the Matamei Athletic Center.
Crowd was insane too, dude. Crowd was insane. Holy shit! Why am I playing Halo?
Let's watch the second clip as well. Do back to backs, and then we'll cover this. Give all the takes about this specific one.
If we played Shotzi in AW, do you think he's beating us, man?
No. He can jump around all he wants, bro.
Oh shit!
Jump around all he wants.
I'm on the ground. You're getting pre-aimed, Cuevas.
Kyler had like insane movement in that game, and he was like 0 for 9 in the finals versus us.
If we play,
there's one more clip as well that just came out today, I think, on here.
You're gonna what, Reb?
Oh, here it is.
What did I say?
Right here. Well, we got another clip. Scump leaks Formal can return to COD, and Hex is not happy. All right, we gotta.
Oh yeah, this is the main one.
We got drama. All right, calm it down, boys. I don't want to hear about Rab nothing. Okay, relax. Fucking hell, lock it in. Lock it in, boys. There you go.
Amari with a 5. He said, so after the Halo season's over, T2P's back. Dude, Matt went rogue on stream this week. I don't know if you realize, or you guys
I heard you were talking about Apex or something.
He basically said he's like not playing next year.
Another round. Halo?
Yeah. Oh, like in the most like nonchalant way possible.
Really?
Yeah, on stream. Just
I'm done competing?
10,000 viewers on Twitch.
What do you say? How do you say it exactly?
We were just talking about like us playing together, and I mean I haven't played with Matt in a while, like just playing anything.
Yeah, I saw you guys play X Defiant.
And he was like, "Yo, this off season, like let's play Apex." And I was like, all right, bet. And then he's like, but you're playing Halo until October. And he just like set it up like, yeah, but after that, I don't remember exactly how he said it.
Was he saying like after that there's a long off season, or after that he's done?
No, he said I can't see myself scrimming Halo a whole nother year.
Oh.
And then I was like, do you see yourself going back to COD? And he was like, well, at this point, everything would have to be perfect with the COD team. They'd have to be getting shit on. The game would have to be really good.
Oh, he said if there's no new maps, then he's done? So he just bored of the actual game.
I was mind blown.
I don't know if I'm trying to fucking scrim Halo for another fucking like.
Wait, what was that?
Same fucking maps, like.
Repeat that? You're not trying to scrim Halo for another year?
Yeah, maybe I'll show up to the events or something. I'll pick up team. And scrimming, bro.
Oh my God. See, that makes me sad, a little sad too, though. I mean, I told Hector in the car.
Just hit it.
I was fucking
This is the second time.
disappointed in two instances. One, why the fuck would you say it like that? Your career deserves a better send-off than that. Why the fuck wouldn't we announce that on fucking process to give the fans a little bit more? I'm gonna go fucking talk to his ass right now.
No.
Yeah, you go through those slow ones, and then you don't know if you want to like group up inside of one of the little
Don't do
quadrants
that.
with somebody else. Because what if they?
I mean,
the crazy part about Matt is that guy can just go choose a game like Apex and go pro probably.
Yeah, your idea's way.
Matt is a very
while, but like,
I feel like he doesn't like care about it like that. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
fucking should.
I mean, it's fair, but you're not mad.
There we go. I mean, that's the last 9 seconds aren't really relevant.
That was a good clip.
Hey,
It's a great.
hey,
Yeah,
who's
one of the best clips.
who's the owner of OpTic? Because Hex stood up there and Seth just said, no, held his hand out and Hex sat down. Now that's fucking aura. Oh my!
That is aura.
Hey, that's like Rab saying, "Yo, Trey, I'm not gonna do the show tonight." I'm going, no.
And I'm
I'll
like,
see you at 8. I'll see you at 8:55.
yeah, it's like you're using the voice on me.
Actually, I want you here at 8:50 setting up the show.
And
right?
I'm like,
sit down, you little prick. All right, we got things to do.
yeah. And I just do your bidding. Yeah.
People
Aura.
don't I think people don't understand how big of a deal names like Formal, Clayster, Scump, these guys, if they ever decided to come back and come back to Call of Duty, it would be the revitalization that COD needs. Formal coming back would be a news story. It'd be an esports wide story. He's leaving Halo to come back to COD for a second time. He won chips in Halo and he's making his way back. I think personally people underrate how big of a deal having these kind of names in the scene is and how important it is for growth. If Formal comes back, COD is going to be revitalized unlike it ever has, like in the last 5, maybe more years.
I mean, would he be past it? What do we think? Like, would he?
Nah.
Because this is what people were saying, like, oh, is he washed and all this? But I don't really buy that idea.
Washed? Is he washed?
Well,
He's fucking flying right now in a game that requires more movement, more
He's still
tactics.
playing good he's still playing good in Halo. The only thing he needs around it, the only thing he can't do, in my opinion, is join an ass team.
He can't go to Legion, mate.
He can't. Listen, Formal smart.
Formal and Clayster running it up on Legion. Oh,
he ain't gonna tarnish his legacy, his career, by going to an ass team and just playing COD. He will want to be on a winning team. He is a winner.
Well, okay, here comes the main question then, and I know everyone in chat's waiting for this question. If Matthew Formal Piper decides to return to Call of Duty, who on OpTic does he replace?
No one.
Trey? I'm gonna, while Trey's thinking, I'm gonna add a little footnote.
I'm not thinking.
I'm gonna add a little footnote here, just saying that if the end of the year doesn't go that well with them, you know, not saying the last 2 losses are the biggest snooze story of all time, but if it doesn't go that well, what happens? Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question before he says?
Of course.
All right, doesn't end of the year goes bad, they want to get rid of someone. Formal's there, he can play, or Scrappy's there, he can play. You're taking Scrappy every day of the week.
Scrap's not there though.
But are you replacing Formal with someone on OpTic that has been playing? In my opinion, no one gets replaced on OpTic for Formal.
That's a good observation you make, Trey. I think I'd be inclined to agree. If I had to, the question is, I guess, if I had to drop someone for Formal to come in, who would I get rid of?
Well, you only have 2 options, to be honest. So.
Well, I've got 2 options.
Yeah, you've
but
only
like,
got
that's
2 players
the tricky
to choose
question,
from.
right? Because it's like in no world, because in many ways, Dashy is meant to kind of be the new Formal, right, for OpTic. But in some ways, he's not quite the same player. Like, yes, he's got the gunny and all this, but Kenny is the communicator mainly and is the team leader, as it were.
I
kind of the things that Formal would do.
Glove
Dashy and
shooter.
Formal played together before. We saw it when Formal wasn't super motivated, and it wasn't great. They stepped on each other's toes a lot.
We've got Glove Shooter saying nostalgia. It's not like he's retired and not played COD in 4 years. He is literally one of the best players in his game that he is competing in.
Yeah, at any time.
All right, we're talking formal here. We're not talking someone who retired 4 years ago. This isn't COD nostalgia. This is one of the best FPS players of all time that is still being one of the best FPS players in his genre of game right now. He could come back and fry. I just don't see him being on an OpTic team. That's my point.
My only concern with him, if he did return, even if it was to OpTic or a different team, is his level of consistency. Passion, consistency with the game, right? Because if he got bored of Halo in a year, let's say this COD gets stale, right? GAs come in, things happen outside of his control, the game gets stale in 3 months. Does he lose the passion again 3 months in and feel like, oh, I want to go back to Halo, or I want to play X Defiant, or I just want to retire and stream and play Blackout or Warzone and call it a day? That's my only concern. But if unlike these two wimps in my call right now, I'll answer the question, okay? I'll answer the goddamn question.
We answered it harsher than you are.
Y'all didn't give me an answer. Who would he replace on OpTic? You said he wouldn't.
He could only replace Dashy. For one, whoever said Kenny isn't undroppable in the chat, Kenny is undroppable.
Kenny is the second most undroppable past Shotzi.
Yes,
in my opinion.
Kenny has literally, and I'm not saying
OpTic aren't delusional.
I'm not saying Kenny carried him to an event win, but without Kenny, they don't get the event win.
This is me being just pointing it out, but Dashy is a bigger creator and brand than Kenny is. So in the OpTic schematic of what they look for, Dashy might be more valuable. Yeah, Hex just got mad.
That's a good word.
Yeah, he got mad in this clip because Formal didn't allow this thing he said to be in the process and didn't get turned into content. So if you're picking,
I think that happens for everyone though.
It's a big emphasis on the OpTic brand,
I think if Kenny went on stream and was like, regardless if it's Formal, Kenny or anything like that, I think if Kenny went on stream and was like, yeah, fuck this shit, bro. After this, I'm fucking not scrimming this shit. I'm done. I think you'd have the same opinion. It's still a big thing. Like one of the OpTic players, be it any game, any genre they play, it's still a big thing. Everyone's a personality in OpTic. It's a big thing if they announce their retirement from that game before OpTic does.
Sonny, thank you for the gifted, brother. Thank you, appreciate it, bro. Want to just give that shout out really quick. Sunny season, thank you. Sam True says, Stockson, brother, if you are keeping Dashy for content, then chalk it. I'm not going to point out exactly who or when or what point, but I think there were points in the OpTic time where certain players were kept just due to their OpTic relationship over competitive integrity or competitiveness as a whole for the org. And I can see that if there was a bigger brand that could be part of the organization, they would keep them. I think Formal is also a bigger brand than Kenny as well. I think Kenny value to the team is bigger than Dashy at this specific second, but Dashy's valuable as well. I think you put Formal and Dashy together back on the same squad, it's a bigger boost for the brand, for the views, for the clout of everything, and they could still make it work. And the team would still be competitive.
If Formal joined the team, he would be the biggest on the team by far. Even though Shotzi's got like the COD brand and everything like that. We're forgetting Formal used to pull like 15k viewers on Twitch every time he went live on Blackout, had over 20k subs. Like, people underestimate how popular Formal is as a brand and as a content creator. If he went full-time content, he would absolutely kill it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and that will be in his future at some point. Like, I guess my point would be, realistically, he's probably never playing for OpTic's COD team again. I just think it's so unlikely why they would do that. Formal's 29. Like, when is he going to call it a day again? If you do drop Dashy or Kenny, you let them go to another team, you're going to get them back. Whereas for Formal, if he does go and play for another COD team that isn't OpTic, he can always come back to OpTic and do content for them. Like, Hex is never going to close that door. Like, if Formal wants to leave, let's say, just going to throw it out there, Boston Bridge, next season,
they do got the money. They do got the fees.
They got the fees. They're looking for someone to streamline their. The chat's gonna roast me for this. They're looking for someone to streamline their roster for next season. We bring Formal in. We put him with Beans. Maybe we keep Snoopy. Maybe we don't. But you know, that's a possibility.
I could not imagine Formal with Snoopy. By the way, I'm just saying.
Okay, maybe we don't get Snoopy. We bring Formal in. We have Doug there in the background, so Formal can roast him every day. And then Formal gets to decide what you do with the team, unlimited budget. Because I'm just looking at the other teams and I'm saying, maybe Toronto, there is a world where he could hit up Scrappy and be the main AO alongside Scrap. That might not be impossible. I'm not sure I really see it on New York. Obviously, I don't really see it on FaZe.
Can you just come to X Defiant and team with me? Is that allowed?
That might be the other option we've got to consider here.
Boy, if you don't shut your goddamn mouth, Rab, what this bullshit you talking about? Snoopy, Boston, he would be wearing green, but Boston Breach Formal? If you don't cut it out, hey, go outside, take a lap, Rab. Take a lap. Go outside, take a lap.
Right, that's a fine take. When it happens,
hydrate.
Like,
your brain's a little waffly a little bit. It's okay. Take a lap though, get some water.
I mean, listen,
listen.
If they offered Formal the $1 million a year, he's gone. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got the cash.
100%.
Like they offer Formal $500K,
a mil,
or $1 million a year over $1 million a year for 3-year contracts. Like Formal's gonna say, you know what, I'm down. I'll go and do that for a couple of years. Play Black Ops 6. Come back to OpTic when I want to retire. Easy life.
We're talking
OpTic X Defiant with Trey and Formal. There you go.
No, they got $1 million a year. There's 3 creators I know in this call that could, we'll take a dash of that and take a dash of the $1 million a year.
Scump, Formal, Trey, Pristini, X Defiant.
Fucking hell. Let me fire up a stream. Yo, Seth, you're trying to play today, bro? Yeah, Trey, I'm absolutely trying to play. All right, bet. Just gonna load up the stream.
I don't know. Either way, to close out
Seth's the one hitting you up. Yeah.
To close this out, though, wait. Can I make... Okay, Rab hit me with that caca, but let me make one take. Let me put my glasses for it. So I don't want to see the haters in the chat. That's why.
Nah, there's no way I've got 2 shit takes coming up.
Wait. Hey. Wait, let me avoid the haters. Wait, okay, let me avoid the haters. What if next year FaZe decide, Draze ain't him, and FaZe say, hey, big 3, let's pick up FaZe Formal and run it back with this 4. Hey, I think that team would be the grossest team that ever existed. FaZe Formal, it'd be like FaZe Crimson. It would be the flip that FaZe Crim6 did. FaZe Formal, Simp, Abizi, and Celium run it up in BO6. That's a Boston Breach my ass, okay?
Could you imagine, for like an OpTic point of view, if 2 of the Dynasty team, Crim and Formal, both end up like on FaZe? Like that would be... I think this is one of the things that might make Hex think twice about leaving the door wide open for Formal to come back to OpTic and be a content creator whenever he wanted. If he went to go to win championships for FaZe and knock OpTic out of tournaments. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'd love to see it, but I just don't see it that likely.
Right, Crim went to FaZe because he got angry and was fucked over. Formal ain't doing that shit.
Okay, man. Okay, how did chat roast me harder than Rab when he said Boston Breach? Like, what kind of dog
shit? They know
shit?
it's a fair take.
No. Because you were a hypocrite, Ace. You were a hypocrite. If you said, boy, you don't stop with this, but then put your sunglass on and said some other faded shit.
Hey. The FaZe guys like to rotate like I like to rotate. You get what I'm trying to say?
My dope is checked.
So they're just rotating ARs in. Let's try another one. And this guy might be the...
You want me to have a faded take too?
Oh, shit. Here we go. Let's get a third one.
No, I'm not doing it. Because I'm not a moron.
Fuck you. Fuck you, you blonde haired. You have blonde hair. I was going to say
something else. It's kind of like...
But I don't know if I can say it on stream.
What the...
No. Can you say the word that English people like to say on stream that starts with a C?
No, we get that shit demonetized for that.
I love we're allowed to say that. I have no idea.
I think I've said it before, to be honest with you.
Nah, you get away with it.
Okay, I know TJ Halley tweeted something. Someone said he tweeted something wild. I don't know what it is. Oh, Attach is rating with a party of 126.
Oh, let's go, baby. Does Attach have any name for his people? Welcome to the show.
Attachments,
of course, the attachments.
Come on, bro. Bro, do you not like him or not? Like...
Nah, we ain't boys like that.
Appreciate
Shout
you.
out, Touch.
My bad, though.
Yeah.
Appreciate you,
Let's
brother.
the piece of the pie coming in. What a player. What a result. This is the two smokes, by the way. Apparently, ROKKR used 2 smokes during their comeback. And basically, this invalidates the win. GG's, OpTic Texas.
Also, Standy stair glitched. Standy stair glitched. Standy stair glitched.
No way, Standy's about to come in here. We're going to expose this shit.
Okay, no. Guys, we have special guest Standy coming in to the stream very soon.
Wait, do we?
He's gonna come. He's eating, and then he's gonna be on in a little bit. We'll get. This is just random. This is TJ tweeted this out. We're not gonna go into the series just yet.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna show you this stair glitch too.
Put it in the chat as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I am, because right. So Shah Madrid, biggest ROKKR fan ever behind Ace.
Fuck.
He tried using this clip. To validate.
Are we jumping ahead here?
Basically saying. No, it runs in the same thing if we're talking about this, like.
I was gonna save this for when we talk about the ROKKR OpTic series.
I mean, you kind of already brought it up though, you know.
Well, we don't have Standy.
We can show it. We can show it beforehand, so everyone's like, "Yo, this guy's a scumbag and little rat."
Fuck it, all right.
What's good?
See, when you say it like that, Trey, you kind of got me now. You kind of got me a little bit. When you say it like that.
So let me give you some context real quick. He's basically invalidating this stair glitch by basically saying the clip, you haven't shown the whole thing. In the clip, he's still trying to stair glitch. If someone runs around the corner, he has stair glitched him, correct?
Yes.
Well,
but
I mean, he's laying down, and he's not crouched.
But that's not. I don't think that's a fair. No.
Take the ROKKR bias.
No ROKKR assessment. No ROKKR assessment.
This is a stair glitch.
No. Listen. There's no ROKKR. This is not ROKKR cheese, I swear. I'm saying that there's times on this map specifically, because there's so many staircases, that I've seen different things. LAT, OpTic, other teams all lay down, and then they'll pop up when they see somebody. So they don't lay down to get the kill, but they pop up. Like, the staircase for P.
He hasn't seen anyone though. If the OpTic player runs around the corner, he gets stair glitched.
Right, but he
he come off the stair glitch. Yes, he didn't stair glitch him. I'm saying it was already there intentionally.
Right, but I could bring up clips if doing this is a problem. I could bring up clips of AG. I could pick up clips of Joe Deceives. I could bring up clips in P3. The P3 is the bar hill, right? P1, P2.
This is why I can't take these comments seriously. He ain't stair glitching nobody. A stair glitch involves a gunfight. And on that note, I'm grabbing a drink real quick, because that is the dumbest thing I've read today.
No, I mean, to be fair, again, I could pull up clips, honestly, from P3, the staircase that goes up to the bar on P3. I could bring up.
Yeah, then there's stair glitching too. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
like
whatever it takes, Trey. Whatever it takes.
Nobody called it out, Trey. Though that's the thing. No one calls it out
because no one's calling this out. But I'm telling, like, this is a stair glitch.
So you think
this is a stair glitch?
You think holding this angle and then popping up is a stair glitch? To chase
the
kill?
He's laying down. Bro, he's laying down for 2 seconds.
How long had he laid for? Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not like he's laid down. It's not like he's laid down there for, fuck, like I'm stair glitching. He's like laid down there 2 seconds, popped up.
And he got shit on anyway, so that's the other side of this too.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But like, if the OpTic player sprinted around there and he got the kill, it's a stair glitch. But because he's run up and chowed him, that's my point.
No, but wait, people are actually tripping that this is worse. I'm saying it's not a stair glitch that affects the game. He didn't use the stair glitch to get the kill. He didn't use it for strategic last second to win with 247, 250. He just laid there and then popped up and made the move.
Yeah, but it's still a stair glitch.
But bro,
like you got to listen to what I'm saying here, bro. It's still a stair glitch. But if the OpTic player comes on the corner, he gets stair glitched.
But it's not GA to lay on the stairs. It's GA to kill someone using a stair glitch.
Bro, a stair glitch is GA'd. Are you? Am I?
Wait.
Wait. Nah,
brother. You ain't tripping, Trey. You ain't tripping.
No, wait, listen.
I'm not.
Listen. I could go back. This chat, and you guys might force me to. I might have to go back and watch some OpTic VOD and take when they lay down on the P3 steps.
Hear me out. So if you lay down some stairs and get some info, it's not stair glitching.
They do.
You're unkiller.
Okay, wait. So wait. If other teams do it, is this, are you just across the board? If everyone's doing it, is it still a problem?
If any team's doing it, that's a stag
Okay,
glitch,
fine.
1,000,000%.
Fine. If you're gonna call out LAT, OpTic, and all the teams that do it on P3, on this map too, there's a lot of stairs here. People lay down on the stairs right there below Burger. They lay down and they pop up. If you're gonna call that a stair glitch, okay, fine. Everyone's stair glitching then. Fuck it.
Oh my god, wait, Standy's popping up on the timeline right now. Okay, bring this one up real quick.
Throw it in.
Real quick, guys. We got some more GA beef.
We got beef?
Hitting the timeline live. This is getting screenshotted for tomorrow's TAC Rev episode #1 of the day. Let me get this done just in case it gets deleted. We know that Standy is a serial tweet deleter, so I just gotta put that one in the archives real quick.
Yo, this guy Standy's on some shit right now. Holy fuck.
Look at him go.
Surely not says you're day one. Seriously, sure they wouldn't drink a chance spot. Cry some more. Language barrier. My boy Tom had a smoke on by accident. It was not on purpose, but if it was, I would have been letting them bitches fly every round. God damn!
God damn. I mean, look, I'm gonna lie. If I was Clay, I'd be pissed. I mean, we got these guys OpTic giving out free wins. Giving out free wins to ROKKR. 10 points here. 10 points to Vegas.
So they had 2 smokes on and a stair glitch. I can't wait for this Standy interview.
That's gonna be great.
I mean,
that's gonna be crazy.
I'm curious what the conversation is gonna be, but let's proceed for a little bit here. When Standy's ready, he should be ready soon because he's tweeting now. He should be ready soon. We'll get him in here. We'll talk. We'll press him about everything.
Hey, right, bro gets 10 CDO points and forget how to act.
Yeah, I was trying bringing up that Dashy tweet. Like, people talking crazy after one online win. That's wild.
All right, let's go to the. Let's finish up the drama really quick. We have a Scump versus Scrappy. Let's get this going really fast, and then we'll get to the. Don't worry, we have a lot to talk about these series. This show might be we might be in for the longest show we have, honestly.
Great, can't wait. Love this shit, man. It's so good.
I love
Rab,
this
could
shit.
you? No, only if Rab stopped saying about nutting, because that actually threw me off. Fucking God, I can't lie.
Listen, okay.
Not the tactical helmet busting nuts.
Oh no,
there's no promises.
They got me.
Nate Shaw asks Scumps, who's better, Scrap or him?
What do you think was better, you or Scrappy?
Not even close.
Get Scrap.
See, Scrappy's hilarious, bro. There's a video of him when he was like 13 years old saying that he modeled his playstyle after me or something. And then he comes in and he talks. Unbelievable. We got the receipts, Scrappy Doodle.
Hell yeah.
I'll never forget that video. Seriously.
Where's the other one? Where's the? Oh, here you go. One game and he was off the casting couch. Oh man, Scrap bringing in the receipts, man. Bringing in the receipts from MW2. I don't think this is really a conversation to even bring up, but Scrap or Scump? Is this even worth bringing up? I don't even.
No, we're not having this argument.
Yeah, it's not even it's not even worth an argument here.
Listen, Scrap's the GOAT of this COD and last COD in this era or whatever like that. You can say whatever you want in terms of how good he is in this. I say GOAT lightly. We throw the term GOAT around these days, but Scump as a player, unmatched aura. You can't even match it. You saw him on the map.
Can't match that shit. You got it when you join OpTic X Defiant Trey, you got to accept #2 place in the aura standings.
It's fine. It's fine. That's it. I'll take #3.
Fine.
Formal.
Yeah.
Yeah, those motherfuckers got aura.
Yeah.
Scum held his hand out and said, no. Hex sat straight back down. Undeniable.
That is undeniable.
On a separate note, the only thing I want to say about this that is kind of separate from the point being had about Scump or Scrap, that's irrelevant. But Scrap fitting in, bullshitting, talking with the other GOATs like Nadeshot, Scump, the Faze guys. He's in every circle. Do you guys remember earlier this year when I said there's only one guy that could be the next face of COD? It looks like he's getting into the circles. It looks like he's getting, a little bit of the approval from some of the other guys.
Well, he knows how to play the game. It's the game.
It's the game, but it's not the same. I mean, there's no disrespect. I'm just saying, When Envoy was the prince, it wasn't like this. Shotzi could still be the #1 social media guy, but it's not like this. Scrap is building up more and more to continue becoming the face, the actual top aura of Call of Duty, like Nadeshot, like Scump, like these guys. And clearly, they're taking a liking to his personality, and I think we're seeing very clear cut that Scrap just has that built in him. Talking to Scump, talking to Faze guys, whoever it is, he's just got a different kind of aura and presence that he's going to be the next top dog, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. They hate it, bro.
I mean, I don't.
People
I mean, dead serious. I don't think he's beating Shotzi in terms of that.
I mean,
just because Shotzi ain't like talking on social media like that, it doesn't mean he's a bigger face than like if we're going off that, Ronaldo speaks more than Messi,
which is why Ronaldo is bigger than Messi. He's not better than Messi. I didn't say he's better than Messi. But Ronaldo is bigger than Messi.
Listen,
here we go, baby. Here we go.
Listen, Messi has that aura that just lingers.
I agree.
All right. Ronaldo has to talk. Messi don't have to talk.
Listen. I agree with
that.
You.
That doesn't mean Ronaldo is bigger than him. Messi doesn't have to talk. Ronaldo has to talk.
Wait, people are actually
that's the difference.
People actually think that Messi's bigger than Ronaldo. That's actually crazy. Some of y'all think that. Ronaldo's the most followed person in the world.
You are faded if you don't think Messi's bigger than Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's the most followed person on social media in the world, factually. It's not even like I have to. It's a stat. It's not even like I have to like.
Messi has the aura that he doesn't need to talk like that to be as big as he does.
No, I agree, but I'm saying people are arguing numbers with me here. It's not even fair. Like, what are you talking about? It's not. Scrap is gonna be the face of the league. That's all I'm saying. He's clearly the face of the league, and his personality matches all these guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's hop into some matches. Let's start off with the little man matchup. It's noted as the little man matchup. That's a good one. Let's start there.
I mean, I put that. Oh my god, we're still in fucking light mode, bro. We went a whole weekend and we're still in light mode.
I have to log in. That's too
in.
much, man. Okay, fine. I'll log in just for you guys. I'll log in just for you guys, bro. I'll log in just for you.
Hit the log in on a different page so we don't see your shit. Yeah, good work.
But I mean, here, I'm logging in right now, guys. Okay, light mode is so
Messi
crazy.
got that autistic aura.
Messi
Says
got autistic
someone
aura?
in the chat. It
What the
wasn't
fuck?
my take.
Bro, what?
Chat's always wilded out.
Yeah, chat's on Twitch right now.
You might have to start reading chat, Rab.
Oh, mate, actually, mate.
Bro, chat's gonna get you cancelled one day. Let me tell you. Once you go black, you never go back, and Messi's got autistic aura.
I've been on smoke today. I gotta lie.
No reaction to Messi as autistic aura, but I say Ronaldo's bigger factually than Messi. Oh, the whole chat erupts. Oh, okay, y'all are tripping, man.
Hey, Rab. I've been Gordon Ramsay today. Say I haven't. I've been cooking.
No, you've making moves.
Here we go.
I haven't missed today.
So we had a build-up of a series, a lot of tension, a lot of drama on the line. Seattle Surge versus New York Subliners. The 04 Sib Little Man competition. Sib really fucking fried. 101
Right,
kills.
why can't he play like this against anyone else? Why is this guy only delivering these?
Because he doesn't want to show his.
The little man.
He don't want to lose his testes, bro.
Or the media man. Yeah, true. You don't want to have to take a trip to the doctors to get them shits chopped off.
Could you imagine he lost some and actually done it and just like walking around with him in the bag like, oh shit. Shit.
I mean, I did promise on Twitter.com. Like, so.
He's like, alright guys, I got
him. Joke's on you. I mean, he can't lose. It's, he's playing like he can't lose.
Little man beating little man teams.
I mean, Surge are good though. Like, no cap. Surge are actually kind of good. Hook is just. I mean, it's just Hook is very inconsistent player still. Like, he's really good. I think you kind of know what you're going to get from 04. Like, they're all kind of inconsistent. They do play in a very entertaining style. Surge are legit the 5th best team as far as I'm concerned by maybe even quite some margin right now. But, their players, in terms of consistent performances, just still aren't quite gonna be there. Like Hook is too prone to getting fried, and like he's been playing really well. But like from Hook, you're either getting like a 1.4 or something.
I think when they come up against a team that is better set up than them, Hugh is just gonna get pissed on.
Yeah, I mean, people didn't like my take at the start of the year when I talked about how Hook is just, to me, one of the most. He's the most inconsistent sub that there is. You live and die by Hook. He's your X factor if he's on your team. If his routes work that day, you're winning. You're shitting on the other team. You're absolutely dissolving them. But if his routes are, someone's pre-aiming and he's getting shot up, you're losing because of him because he can't get a kill. It's kind of you live or die by Hook.
I would like to apologize. I did put them in my fantasy team, and
did they never get Trey?
It's not over.
Yeah, they got fucking violated.
That's one day.
My $6 pick abuser turned into a $2 pick.
He did indeed. But in reaction to this, I would like to play this little clip from the cams. Sib throwing up the middle finger.
Bro, don't we have the weirdest beefs in COD?
Bro, this guy's gonna get fined. He wants to get fined so badly. He wants to get
I
fined.
love how we have
badly.
like the tiers of beef. Like, do you want to go to this Trey, or I'll go to the second?
A tier list of beef.
Like you took a tier list of beef. Scrap and dries. That's like top.
S tier.
Yeah, that's top tier. S tier.
Now we've got Nero versus OpTic. We've got Standy versus the fucking league.
That's like C tier. That's like nice. It's cool.
Then we got Sib and 04.
Sib 04 is like
there's one more. There's one more bottom tier. Yeah, Flashy has it in the chat. One more bottom tier beef.
Oh,
Gunless versus Beans.
Well, listen,
that is the shittiest tier beef in the league.
Bro, I don't even class that as beef. That is the worst fucking. It makes no sense to me, like whatsoever. Like that. That's
legit beef though.
That's not even classed as beef. That's someone just waking up thinking, shit, I'm just gonna tweet this fucking bullshit. Like
Benji versus Scrap is good. Honestly, we could do it like a tier list of beefs, because there's also like Pred versus Vikul, another beef.
Pred versus
I
Vikul.
think
That's not a beef. It's not a beef.
That's fun beef though. That's fun beef.
Yeah, fun beef. Fun beef is like D tier because it's not like serious. 04 Sib is like B tier, A tier because like they actually like.
You think that's? I think there's got to at least be something behind it.
No, I mean, it's online shit talk. So I mean, that's something though.
People saying Darian versus Keeks needs to be separate.
S tier.
Both in S tier though.
Yeah, that's S tier.
That's
Surely versus Pred. Wait, Pred's gonna have beef with Vikul, Johnny, Nero.
Dude,
Pred might have the worst beefs of all time.
That's actually a good point. Scrappy used to roast that, right? Like Scrappy would. Oh no, people would roast Scrappy for only beefing with the shit tier teams, right? Like, so Scrappy would never beef with OpTic, but he would always like talk shit when he beats a bad team. People like, oh, come on, Scrap, like at least talk shit to big team, and then he talked shit to the Bulldog and got clapped. So
isn't it kind of sad that the most S tier beef we have in COD is between two Nuggets? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking insane that our number one COD CDL beef is between two girls who aren't in the CDL? That's the summation
crazy.
Of our league right there. We need more drama, bro. Someone fight somebody. Somebody throw a punch or something.
We need more drama, he says, after we've just gone through like 10 different beefs in the league.
And it ain't stopping. But I will say these beefs. Listen, the beefs kind of do. There's only a few beefs that actually are good. Like the Sib and 04 beef, I already class that as beef. It's just, 04 clapback. Now Sib's just wearing Seattle merch on stream, throwing up middle fingers,
Speaking on that, let's watch that clip really quick because you brought it up perfectly as I was clicking it.
Let me show you. Ain't nothing better than spanking your old team in their gear.
Oh, no!
Oh, you see it? Let me show you. Your old team in their gear.
Boom, right there. I'm gonna keep that up right there, just like that. Thoughts
Bro,
on
can this motherfucker just smile for once? Why is he so serious?
I can't even be serious for that long.
He's got aura, bro.
He's got
aura, bro.
Yeah, fucking. You seen this fucking, you see that? Yeah, fucking. No better than smoking up. Fucking. Yeah, shit. Yeah, you see that shit?
I thought you were gonna pull the pants down.
Yeah, see that
Some
shit?
shit.
See that shit? Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Look at this guy rap mewing and shit right now. Get out of here, bro. Stop mewing, man.
That's cold. That's aura.
That should be our next thumbnail. Just all of us just.
I say this like jokingly. I actually like
that.
him. I actually like him. I wish he just fucking smiled more. He just went. He's gone through like showing his shorts. He's like, yeah, fucking. Nothing like spanking your old team when old team much. You like that shit?
You like that shit?
The funniest.
You can't steal my shit.
The funniest part about Dante though sometimes is just he we're playing games, man. We're playing video games. The way he talks about stuff, the way he talks about this beef with 04, just like spanking his old team, sounds like he just did a GTA mission and just got mission accomplished. Ran a robbery, did some crazy shit, and now he's back like, yeah, I handled that. I took care of them in their old merch and shit. So, like he makes it sound like, a whole crazy thing he just did. So.
I just went to Vancouver, and just beat the fuck out of Rambo Ray and shit, like wearing their merch and shit, like.
Tight shit,
yeah.
He didn't even do a tweet or anything like that as well. So like, I just knew I want, like, you see that shit, like, it's cool, isn't it? Like
tight shit. Basically though, speaking on just the series in general, implications, right? We're all stuck on the 04 Civ drama and the implications of that back and forth. But just the series itself, New York taking down Seattle. Everyone's talking about Seattle really highly right now, like they're the next ones up, 5th place, can compete with the top 4. Do we think Seattle actually are just having a fairy tale kind of push here, or are they actually legitimately the 5th seed and could take some maps off the top 4? What do we think about Seattle actually?
They are the 5th best team. I just think we have like the tiers now that's actually like solidified, Do I see them beating like, all right, so they lost to New York. I think they've lost to New York a few times if I'm not mistaken.
I'll go to the match right now.
I think they've lost them like the last 2 or 3 times.
There you go.
I could be wrong though. Don't.
No, they lost twice. They've lost twice, and then they won before that, which is that Major League qualifiers.
Yeah, so now they're like 2 down. That was after 04 talk shit now. So I think it's safe to say, don't piss off Dante, because you'll smoke you in his old team merch.
All I'm saying is, I checked Rambo Ray's tweets for this week. No tweets this week. So if you wanted to win, we gotta be putting one out, Ray. We gotta be putting one out. More tweets, more wins. That's all I'm saying. When he started tweeting again, they started winning. Now he stops, they lose.
Every time he's tweeted, even if it's a random hockey tweet, they win. He doesn't, they lose.
Someone put it in chat. Best Seattle was the best of the worst. If that he put it in the chat there, which is like the best way of putting it. They can contend with the top teams in terms of like take them to the last maps, making the maps close, but I don't see them beating them.
Okay. Well, so let's take a look at the standings really quick, just to go overview what we're at now. Just one time, why not? Where are they at right now? They're 5th, 160. Miami's actually jumped ahead of Thieves to 6, which is wild.
Right, Thieves balled so hard.
Thieves balled badly. 145 and the ROKKR 140. I mean, Vegas also has had a good showing the last couple of weeks. I think that 5th place spot is very arguable. I wouldn't put Miami there, but Miami is 6th just per standings.
I mean, it's Seattle based on just how they've been playing recently. What did they get a major 3 again?
Who?
Seattle,
placing wise?
Did they get top 6 in the end? They
Seattle,
beat
they
Ravens to
got
get top 6.
Top 6.
Like they've consistently LAG got top 6 twice, but they got top 6. They're beating teams online. Took a map off New York. I just think they're the best of the worst, or the close to top, maybe fighting with 2 teams.
Okay.
I mean, Mama attached in the chat. You might be cooking. Vegas Legion. They might not even be 5th best. They might be 4th. Maybe they're 3rd. A Vegas Legion, a new dynasty in the CDL.
Well, a few people are taking the OpTic coin right now, aren't they?
Yeah, OpTic's getting waxed a little bit. Let's jump ahead before we get to that. Actually, we can talk about let's talk about Vegas, the Vegas win here. I think that's an important one, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of,
yeah, because this shit was crazy. They came in and cooked them. Like, that was the crazy thing about this series, is that it wasn't like a close game 5 brawler. Like, Vegas just rocked up and just put them to bed. Like, this was just so impressive.
Now, was it the Virginia server again? Because they might be cooking.
Here we go. Because in 2 series against OpTic and against New York, Vegas have outslayed both teams combined by 100 kills. Basically 100 kills over.
100?
And yeah, it's against OpTic. It was like people were throwing around this 66 kill number. I swear I've looked at those numbers loads of times. It done it up to 66. And that's up to 58 or 56, but there was a team kill in there. So call it 57. They outslayed OpTic by. And they outslayed Subliners here by 40.
40,
so
yeah.
It might as well be 100 kills that they outslayed New York and OpTic by. All the OpTic guys went negative. All the New York guys went negative. Like, you don't see this shit every day. Now, people are going to say Sound EQ cheese. People are going to say Virginia server cheese. As was Sib. He was on the timeline in the replies to Dashy. They were both having a nice little joke and a giggle. And they were saying, yeah, clearly there's some dodgy shit going on. But my opinion always on this stuff, Trey, is maybe there's some cheese happening, but it's never as big of a deal as it appears.
She's pretty but ghetto. Pretty but rough, just like Virginia Beach. Shout out my boy Drake Drizzy. Virginia Beach is at the server. Honestly, I don't think it's like that bad. Obviously, these teams should be beating them regardless. I think it's just bad. I think it's just bad team plays as well. Obviously, they're not just coming in there. No one's lagging. They're not just coming in and just absolutely violating them. They got to be losing gunfights and not going to be rotating and stuff like that. But that scoreboard is crazy. Like, actually crazy.
I mean, they made Viper go negative.
I don't know if
I
that's
didn't
just
know
an
that was
off
possible.
day. I don't know if that's just an off day. But at least OpTic, you know, it went last map Gorilla. But with these, it was like, they just made him look like they were a bottom. Made him look like Breach.
He just got pissed on. Like, the high-rise control is actually a really good... Like, if you look at New York real quick, Ace, can you see what New York's record is this season on high-rise control? Because I know they like to play it quite a lot. They've beaten Faze on it, I think, a couple of times.
Before that loss, 9-2.
Yeah, 9-2 on high-rise control. And they just go on and get waxed by Vegas. Like, that shit was crazy to me. And I know they must have kind of lost 4, but wow.
I want to comment on this, though, just very specifically. I think this Virginia Beach and all this server cheese that people are talking about is absurd. Only because Attach lives right next to all these guys in New York. He's in Dallas, too. He dropped a 1.3. 1.3, most damage in the lobby. Clearly, the server wasn't hurting him. So why?
He was in the replies, actually, Attach, and he was basically saying, I think to the Dashy tweet, maybe.
Right here, yeah.
And it was like, yeah, this
is the best shit.
Dallas apartment's nice. I'm like, oh, damn, Attach is clapping back because he's clearly saying, look, I weren't on this. You know, I'm not living on the server like apparently my teammates might be. I've got this nice little fiber line just like you guys have in the facility. So let's actually focus up. You ain't as good as you think.
I'm actually,
all right.
I'm not a big fan of people making excuses when they lose. Not a big fan.
You want me to Gordon Ramsay this real quick?
Agreed.
You want me to Gordon Ramsay this shit real quick?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want some W's in the chat as well because I'm about to cook. OpTic don't lose that S&D if they don't get 1v3 pissed on by Nero. Their mistakes. New York should not get 3-0 slammed by a team that, in my opinion, is clearly not as good as them in terms of LAN and online performances as of late and pretty much throughout the whole year. New York are a top 4 team and they should not get slammed by, respectfully, a team that didn't do well at the event. They got dead last or did they get dead last? I'm not too sure. Anyway.
They lost to Miami anyway, 3-2. I think it was round 1 losers.
Yeah, so New York as a top 4 team should not get slammed like that at all. And especially with Dylan being in Dallas alongside with them, dropping those numbers, it's just an excuse and it's not a good excuse. You got to get better.
Like beef Wellington on that shit.
Yeah, that's medium rare steak, peppercorn sauce, chunky chips.
Very clean cut.
Oh.
Very clean cut. Wow. To the T, though, it's very embarrassing. I find a lot of the excuses that were happening online, whether again, it could be OpTic, it could be New York, whoever, a lot of this, put it to what it is. You didn't try.
Can we stop clowning them, too? Can we stop clowning them? These guys need the points.
Yeah, clearly one team is trying harder to win than you, just because they need the points to make champs. And secondly, the excuses are bullshit. Stop. You don't look better making excuses. It actually looks worse. And I don't know, you have the fan base and stuff to push it in OpTic's case, but at the end of the day, you got shit on. That's what happened. You lost the series, you got shit on. End of the day.
Right, so with OpTic, at least they went game 5.
Yeah, this shit is...
They're all game 5 with ROKKR too,
right,
but...
No, hear me out, though. Hear me out. At least they went game 5, and in my opinion, them getting 1v3 by Nero, that cost them the map 5. All right, that's what I will say.
You're talking last week. I'm talking this week, bro.
But I'm using.
We're gonna get to that in a second. Yeah.
No.
But I'm using.
I'm NYSL.
Yeah, I know. I'm using that as a reference to this though, Ace. Because OpTic complained about server cheese too.
Yes.
OpTic complained about Virginia, and so are New York. At least OpTic kept it close. This is a fucking slamming.
Agreed. Okay, now I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm not referring back to that series. I'm just saying the excuses. OpTic, right, few bullshit kills here and there. Virginia could be a problem. This is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Gio said it on the flank, like after this series, he was like, they've been doing this shit in scrims against other teams as well. So it ain't just, he reckons they're good. And we can tell in a couple of minutes here when we look at some of the tweets coming out of Vegas after the ROKKR series, because obviously, after Vegas beat OpTic and they beat New York, the question was, are Virginia server cheese? But maybe New York and OpTic just didn't play especially well. And then, obviously, OpTic going to lose to ROKKR. We'll see in a second. And the Vegas boys are piping up, being like, yeah, damn right. Like, we ain't onliners. You're going to get shit on LAN as well. So these guys are obviously full of confidence, which is, look, whether it's going to backfire. I'm just praying to the COD gods that we get OpTic versus Vegas again from now to the end of the year. There's 2 more chances, right? It could happen at the Major 4. Could happen like winners round 1, even as possible. And it could happen at the World Championship if Vegas were to qualify. But man, I need it.
Speaking of the team that needs a win, finally, Ravens have won a game 5. Who would have thunk? I wouldn't have thunk. Honestly, when I saw it going to the map 5, I thought it was over. I thought LAT were gonna take this, but they fucking bottled it. Let's watch the reaction from Ravens to winning their first game 5 in what seems like 10 years. You would think from the reactions they also won COD champs. It's a wild reaction.
The Ravens now have the advantage. Nasty tries to get across, Standy with another one, and that'll be it. The Ravens break their map 5 curse. They take down the Thieves. They come back in the S&D. Oh my goodness, what a game. In LA.
Fellow and Tej look a little still then. They look a little stoic. Very calm guys.
Too icy.
Yeah, very ice. Very just cold-hearted. Love those guys, though.
Right, this was an unbelievable bottle.
It's giving me Sib vibes with how cool they were. I was also talking I was just on mute. So that's my bad because I was having a cough. I said LAT are the biggest bottlers in the league, in my opinion.
Right, it's the European player cheese. I hate to say it.
But hear me out, Ace, is what I'm saying, right? We look at Boston.
Hey, I was going to say Boston break.
No, but we don't expect Boston to win.
That's true.
All right? With what I mean is, LA Thieves could go 2-0 up, hit a control, boom, you're on last map. Every single time. And that's what I mean. They could have... Their record in the league could be so much better if they could just fucking close out a goddamn map.
Yeah,
but
they
can't.
started the stage fine, and then the Ghosty has one bad series, and they just get absolutely run through in the hard points, and then they completely bottled. I mean, there's no way they should have lost that. They were up 4-1. They were up 5-4. They had a 4 versus 2. Nasty runs out and dies. Gwyn gets the second, and they makes the play.
That's why I say they're the biggest bottlers. Nothing to do with, like, you know, Boston. Yeah, we look at them, we expect them to lose, but this is unacceptable.
One other assessment when you look at just the stats of the series of Like, again, the stats aren't telling you the whole story. Again, this is it came down to like critical S&Ds and stuff like that. So the stats aren't telling you everything. But one surprising thing from this series that caught me off guard, I'll say two things that caught my attention, were Ravens beating LAT so badly on the hard points. That shocked me a little bit. I didn't think LAT could be. I thought they would have won the hard points, and it would be more of a NYSL type of series if they were going to win it for Carolina. Secondly, my rookie of the year is back, baby. He's back. 1.35, 16K damage, 92 kills in the series. Gwyn is absolutely frying. People are on his head over some LAN performances when the team isn't really playing that well in general. And a couple online weeks, like 2 weeks of bad online stages. The kid's ridiculous. He's back. He showed it here. Ghosty had a bad series, but I'm not even going to reflect on that. That's his first bad series, maybe in, I don't even know how long. So it's pretty telling, but LAT definitely should have won this series. Carolina got blessed with these points, to be honest, but hopefully they can make this into, they can carry this momentum in the next few weeks to try to make champs.
What we got to look at, Ace, is Thieves' upcoming matches.
Oh, yeah,
because...
yeah, for sure.
Well, can I just say something real quick?
What happened?
Rab, you owe someone an apology.
Oh.
Mr. T-Fel?
This guy...
I ain't gonna lie.
He is absolutely fucking pissed.
The Tyler fellow of old is back. The onliner that I knew and loved for several years on Elevated Elsewhere. He's officially back. So I'm hoping he can maintain it on LAN.
Well,
look, I clowned Clay and Fellow at the start of the year. I ain't gonna sugarcoat that.
Listen, if I apologize to Vikul, I need you to look dead in the camera and apologize to Fellow.
He ain't getting the apology until they qualify for champs. Like, I'm gonna need to see a little bit.
This guy ain't humble.
No, I mean, I'm happy for Fellow. I like this guy, and I'm glad that he's playing better. But like they still haven't been winning many game fives. So let's see them make the world championship, and then absolutely, I will come out and say I'm happy that I pushed Fellow into success.
Every match they've lost has been 3-2, and the match they win has been 3-2. They're actually looking pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they could have beat Faze. Like, they literally went up 2-1 Faze.
Could have beat all these teams.
It could have beat all the teams, I know. Like, the thing is, the Faze reverse sweep was so painful because you knew it was going to happen. That it happened. So it was pretty rough for them. And Ravens, their run isn't easy. And the thing is for Ravens that, like, 1 in 3 isn't the worst start ever. But it's just like, they needed to beat Gorillas. They didn't. That would have put them 2-2. Their other matches aren't that easy.
We have a special guest coming on.
Everyone else is winning.
We have a special guest. Dylan Attach is going to join us for a smooth 10-15 minutes right now, by the way. We get some insight really quick on what happened with their matches right from the source. And his response tweets and everything else. So let's get Dylan Attach in here. Join video or voice. Whatever you...
Nah, my man can do what he wants.
Yeah.
Aura.
Yeah,
Aura player.
Definitely Aura. Is he here?
Hi, Aura player.
Dylan?
Hello.
What's good? What's good?
What's up, Dylan?
Are you hiding?
Yeah, no video? We want to see your face. What's happening?
Alright, let me put the camera up for you guys.
We respect it.
Jeez, fuck.
You guys.
Fuck.
I mean, like, I know we say it every week about the most handsome show in the CDL, but Jesus Christ.
Nah, this week is insane.
This week is insane.
Hey, he has got the tank on! Oh my God! Put the alarm on.
Yeah, turn the volume up if you can.
I got him.
Just in Discord.
Yeah, I'll throw him up right now.
Wait, do I need to join you in the tank deal? Like, is that what needs to be done? Like, what's going on there?
Where's their camp?
Are you trying to show us up? Like, what the fuck's going on? You want me to wait? Do I need to join you in the tank?
You need to. The people need
to see rip this top clean off for 500 gifted.
1 second. The chat.
Listen,
don't even see you right
I'll
now.
join him in the tank for this one segment. All right, just this one segment. All
there
right,
you go.
I got you.
What they want.
Oh.
There we go. We got everyone in here. There we go. Everyone can see everyone.
Go, baby.
See, there we go.
Pants off. Pants off now. Pants off now, or what's up? Pants off, or no? We're not doing that. No.
All right.
Oh,
now,
fuck,
see,
okay,
listen.
Too early.
Most handsome, biggest aura. Let's go.
Why
So inspirational.
Why, Dylan? Your shit's kind of quiet, but it's okay. I'll turn you up as much as I can.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm quiet on Discord usually for some reason.
Yeah, I'll turn you up 200%, so it should work out. All right, hey, attach, Dylan, bro. Hey, how the fuck? You guys the best team in the game now? What's going on here?
Vegas Legion Dynasty.
The new dynasty started. Nah, I mean, we've been playing pretty well. I mean, we've always just been trying to find that fourth, and Johnny kind of fits all the things we needed. So things have been going well. He's just been practicing a little bit, and it's been showing. So things are going well.
How is the practice going actually for you guys? Like ever since you bring Johnny in, of course, like you play that one series before you go to the major. You go to the major, you lose at the major. Like obviously, I was talking a bit to Phoenix and like Theory. Just obviously it's tough, right? Because you played one LAN match and you've gone game 5 with Miami, who turned out they're a pretty damn good search team. So in hindsight, you're thinking, well, actually, that weren't a bad result, but obviously we need the points. So, but you can't really blow it up again at that point. Like, when did the scrims really start getting to the point where you thought, actually, you know what, we're legit?
No, I mean, our scrims were good right when we got Johnny, so we kind of knew we were going to be good. We just went to the LAN and we choked map 2 and map 4 pretty badly. We should have beat Miami pretty easily, but our 5 or 6 days of teaming together showed. So that's what happens. And now we're on our, 3rd week of teaming. So we're just getting more used to each other and actually able to work together and learn how each other play. So I'm really not that surprised we're playing good because our scrims have been going really well ever since we got Johnny.
Well, okay. I'm gonna jump to the fun part of this segment. I know you're only here for 10-15 minutes, so we gotta keep it pushing.
But
the
fun stuff.
Yeah, let's get to the fun, man. Like, what do you think of this Virginia server cheese that you guys have been accused of? I'm not even accused of, but like people are claiming that's the reason the recipe to your guys is winning. What do you respond to that with?
People just have to find an excuse. That's really it. Because we've played on Virginia server versus multiple teams before and we've lost. So, and servers in Call of Duty in the CDL right now, all the servers are pretty good. So it's not make or breaking your team. It's not going to make you really good or it's not going to make you really bad. If you're a mid team, and it might help you a little bit or it might hurt you a little bit if the servers are against you, but it's not making players good or a team good. So I think people are just trying to find a way to just make an excuse out of anything.
Where are you 4 guys from geographically, just real quick? Like, just to clarify for people that aren't sure.
I live in Dallas. One of us lives in Ohio. Nero lives in Ohio. Gio's in Massachusetts. And then Johnny's in New Jersey.
That's still
pretty spread.
Yeah, it's pretty spread out. Yeah, you got some like north and northeast.
Imagine you guys had a facility. You'd actually be the best team of all time.
Well, listen, Dill, I'm not gonna lie. You got a nice looking living room behind you. You know.
Yeah, it's a small apartment though. I don't.
We've seen the Brian set. We've seen the Brian penthouse. Yeah, we've seen that facility. You didn't fancy offering it up, like you don't want to win. You don't.
And a small apartment, so you know it's not. So
you don't want to win. I get it. It's so good. You don't care. You don't care as much as Brian. Okay, that's fine.
Don't care as much.
Just gonna add on to your point. I think when you beat a top team, they always belittle the teams below them with the excuses as well, because they know everyone's gonna buy onto the excuse. Because how did this team lose this? Shit, servers. Yeah, like. And it's a way to, in my opinion, brainwash the fans into believing that they didn't get slammed by a team that's below them. Like I said, I played, and it's the same excuses every time. You know, how'd you lose? Online COD. Oh, so you didn't get pissed slammed? You didn't get outplayed? Nah, bro, couldn't kill him. He was killing me in 2. He was taking 4. It's insane. So I think it's just when you beat a top team, instead of saying GGs these days. I mean, we've seen, I love these guys, but we've seen Pred tweet out, GG's, those guys are beasts. He's a Virginia server this, Virginia server that. These are beasts. Can't wait to see them on LAN. Like, come on, we dealt with this before. We gotta give some credit where credit's due, and that's what I said to Nero last week. Like, you guys have obviously got better, because not when you had ASIM, I'm sure you played on Virginia servers there too.
Yeah,
and you guys weren't slamming then.
It wasn't as pretty.
You weren't slamming then,
I don't think
so
any of
I
us were
just
getting
think
kills. So.
Yeah, that was.
I think you guys. I was gonna say, I think you guys have got better as a team. I think Johnny was a good pickup for you guys, and you know, like I said, big attached fan over here.
Thank you. I
Always have
appreciate
been big Dylan fan. I got Storming for champs.
No, just a question that kind of, it's like a begging question, but it's, do you guys, since the start of the year, have you guys always played like Virginia servers, or is it something that over time developed that you guys realized this was the best server for you, or the roster changes made you decide this was the best one?
CEO decides, isn't it?
We don't really pick the server. The league decides the servers.
So
we played on this server before, and we've gone 3-0'd multiple times before. So that's how I know it's just like a random, kind of bullshit excuse. But it's just like a rite of passage. Because the way I told my teammates is like, whenever you're coming up and you're an AM and you just go pro, you're going to get called a warrior. You're going to cut all this stuff until you go prove it on land. So I just told my teammates that's how it happens. When I first came up, everyone was calling me a warrior. The next season, I won a ring. So it is what it is. It's just how it happens when you're becoming a pro player.
Hey, we got called on liners, do we won championships?
Exactly.
I mean, MVPs as well, do you?
There's
You
never
know,
been a player that's come
MVPs.
up that has not been called on liner. So it just is what
Well,
it is.
that's the only way you can come up.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it is.
It's the only way you can. Of course, you get called on liner. It just means you're
Yeah.
good. There's a few people that have like not played as well on land, but I truly
Yeah.
don't believe that transition actually exists. I think it's all just confidence at that point. I think someone's true talent online will shine on land if they have the same confidence. That's just the barrier.
Yeah.
The issue is that you can beat these top teams online, and if you go to land and lose to them, that's when the confidence could dwell down a bit and stuff like that. But I think you've got a pretty confident team, though. I think Johnny's a confident arsehole. I think he knows that too. I think you all do.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like about the younger players on my team. They
Hey,
have confidence.
What did you tell him when he did that L emote Fortnite type shit? What did you tell him when he did that?
I was just like, Gio saw it first. And he's like, what the did you just do that? He's like, that was cringe. And I was like, yeah, Johnny, you got to play for the next team dinner if you're going to do that. But then we're like, all right, if you're going to do that once, you got to do it after every win now. So start practicing your emotes.
It's like Draza with the flex, if you do it once and you got to do it again. He's got to continue doing that terrible celebration.
Yeah.
Dill, why have you not come up with one?
Because I'm too old to be doing that shit. I'm too old.
Oh,
like all these matches, they're fun. They get the blood pumping, but I've already been through it all, seen it all, done it all. Like, and another match wins, another online match wins. So.
And that's my goat right there. He knows what
That's
it's
well
about.
said. Match at a time. You think Johnny's going to be getting absolutely crazy when he goes play OpTic on LAN? Because it could be possible. I just want to know, how good do you guys think you are? Because that's the question in the community. We had the discussion earlier on. We were talking about, okay, who's the 5th best team, right? Because people are saying Surge. They're looking pretty good. But we got FaZe, we got OpTic, we got Toronto, we got New York. That's your top 4. You've played all 3 of them in the last 2 weekends. You lost to Toronto, but it was pretty close, to be fair. And then you beat OpTic in 5, and you just seem to be getting better and better. So, if you had to rank yourself in the league, what are you thinking?
It's hard to say. I think right now our hard point is really good, and our S&D is starting to get there. Control's also going pretty well, too. So it's hard to say for sure, because I think Seattle and then probably LAT would be the other teams that would be the 5th through 7th-ish spots. So it kind of depends how we match up when we play them, of course. But yeah, I think the more time we have to work together, mold, and build that chemistry is just going to get us better and better leading up to these tournaments or these matches and tournaments. So yeah, we're definitely in that realm. And I think if we can keep going the way we're going, we can make a run and end up being top 4 team by the major and then also champs.
You guys are 10th. Oh, sorry. Dre, you guys away?
I was gonna say, if you win an event, then Johnny's got to bust out the Fortnite item shop. He's got to do every dance in the book.
He's doing every dance.
Look at that ESWC 2016 win away is just dancing on main stage for the grand finals, all right?
He being a 1v1, just busting out a quick,
Yeah.
You guys are actually playing Seattle next. Is there any specific?
And Thieves in 2 matches.
Yeah, you have Seattle, Gorillas, Thieves, ROKKR to close out. Probably, I'll be honest, you guys are 10th in the standings, but probably the easiest closing schedule of any team, just per the.
Look at a 6-in-1.
Yeah, it's looking like one of.
That'd be nice.
It's looking
That'd
very
be
good.
nice.
what's the preparation looking like to close it out? You guys, you mentioned S&D against Seattle. Is there anything specific that you guys are looking at against them?
Nothing specific. I mean, they're actually really good at hardpoint as well, and they're like solid across all modes. But I think like especially the new maps, they're really good at, and like the way their team plays together, they just do stuff together. They run around together and trade. That's like their game plan, and it's been working for them. So just kind of like looking at that going into the match and preparing, trying to figure out what maps we think we're gonna play them on and stuff. There's the usual stuff when you go into a match, but Seattle definitely has made huge improvements, and like the constant pressure they have, I think is what puts them over the top of some other teams and like gets them those wins. Because even if they're getting outslayed, they are getting points and always in your face. So you kind of just have to be ready for that when you're playing them.
Last thing I have is because it responds to what you just said about them being outslayed and still keeping themselves in matches. Against NYSL, you guys were plus 40, right? Plus 40 in terms of plus minus.
Yeah.
What's your response to some people calling you guys inefficient for winning plus 40 on in that series?
I 3-0'd them, to be fair.
You 3-0'd them, but is there anything?
I mean, whoever's saying that just doesn't know COD.
Yeah.
So that is what it is. Because if you 3-0 a team, you're gonna get more kills than the other team if you win a hard point by over 50 points. Winning a hard point by over 50 points, pretty much a hill. That's a pretty wide margin to win by. And then
not even that, you 3-0'd them on control. That's basically team deathmatch.
So, honestly, 40 might not even be that much. Maybe should have been more, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it should. Bro, you 3-0'd them on control, which is glorified team deathmatch. Like,
yeah, high rise is literally you full wipe a team once, they're spawning in the back of a building and you keep killing them. So whoever's saying that just doesn't really understand COD, but that's okay. We could teach him. We could teach him.
What was your thought process on the Vitas actually there for control? Just because high rise is like a really good, obviously, I mean, I guess you guys like it as well, but pretty sure that's their best controller, unless I'm tripping. But you were just thinking we're better at that shit, or like rather than take it out of the map pool?
Nah, I was thinking, I was like, yeah, we might need to veto high rise, but I think we kind of just had the confidence and momentum going into that map, and we knew they were really good at it. But once we had the momentum and things started going our way in that high rise, we're like, okay, like we could do this. But definitely going into it, I was like, yo, we might want to veto this. They're like 8-2 or 9-2 on it. But just like I said, being up 2-0 gave us that confidence going into that map that, you know, we could like win that too.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess all that is now, easy schedule per what it looks like.
I wouldn't say easy.
I knew when I said easy, that was the reaction. I knew that was going to happen.
And they played the Minnesota ROKKR. That's it. Easy.
Nah, Dill, listen, I'm going to be real with you.
They beat the Major 3 champs, though.
I'm going to be real with you, Dill.
Controlling ace.
Well, so did you.
Yeah, I mean,
but we had the Virginia server. They didn't. So ours is fake. They're the real deal. ROKKR's the real deal.
Well, listen, Dill, I'm gonna keep it real with you. All right, I've got you for a 4-0. So
shit, I'm praying, I'm begging, I'm doing everything to go 4-0. So I would take that.
That'd be incredible.
If you do, steak dinner on me.
Oh,
what are they at? 130 now? Like 4-0 would put you at 170, and 170 will be enough, I think.
I think 170 is probably like, yeah. I think the 170 will probably be like where it's just enough to make it. So we want to go 4-0. That's good. I mean, making champs, I'm not really too worried about it because, like, if we practice and we're good enough, we're going to make champs. If we don't,
it's in your hands.
Yeah, it's in our hands. If we don't make champs, that means we're not good enough. And then we would go to champs to place 8th. I don't really care to go to champs and place 8th. I'll get a couple $1,000, which is nice, vacation money. But if I want to go to champs and actually have a chance to do something, you know, place top 4, top 3. So I'm not really like tripping like, oh, if we don't make champs, I'm sad. It's either we're going to be good enough and make it, or if we're not good enough, it is what it is. You weren't good enough. So I'm not really like tripping. We're just going to work hard, try and get better, and it will show in the matches or it won't show. And that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because it's like, if you're not good enough to make champs, then you ain't good enough to do well at champs. So like,
exactly.
Don't point any point in that.
There you
go.
You're
10 points away. You're 10 points away. You've just dealt with, you know, the harder side of your thing. Like I said to Nero last week, you got that out the way. Got as many points you needed from there. Now it's the easier week. 4-0, 170. You're at champs. I'll see you there, Dill.
Hopefully, Jay. Hopefully.
Just like that. Spoken like a true vet.
I think I got to hop off, though.
Yeah, spoken like a true vet. That is Dylan Attach. We appreciate you for coming on, brother. And
thank you, guys.
Have a good rest of your day, bro.
been an absolute pleasure. Have a great rest of your show.
Been a pleasure.
Later,
Take care.
watching. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.
Later.
Well, he just
Right,
done our
this guy's
YouTube
too good at
outro.
this,
You know,
man. This guy's too good at this shit.
He just done our YouTube outro, so that's good.
That's amazing. Just did it right for us. That is Dylan Attach. What a guy. What a vet. Just ready to go. Humble man. I hope they make champs, man. Dylan, we need to see Dylan at
They're a
champs.
very likable team as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Well,
you know,
Dylan made me strip, you know? Like,
yeah,
that's all.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He made me
like
strip.
Johnny's
Yeah,
like a great fun kid. Gio obviously is easy to root for, and Nero's off having that Boston drama of the last couple of years. He made it out the Boston hell pit, and now he's fighting his way back. So happy to see them doing well. Like, I genuinely think they're legit.
Absolutely. Let's get back to the Carolina ROKKR Ravens though. For the time being, there is some drama with something going on, with some stuff going on with them. So let's go back to their thing. Let me go to the main screen.
Shirt's going back on. I feel exposed.
Shirt's going on.
I've done a show. Yeah, well, I done a show like this last week, or you know.
There goes. While Trey's getting that on, let's get to the Faze Carolina matchup. Actually, all right.
This was drama.
Yeah, this was some drama.
Because, okay, look, they got reverse swept, whatever. Like, I'm shocked. But the big drama really was in the game 2. I did actually, I think, link the timestamp for what exactly happened during this game 2.
Yeah, we have it up here.
Ravens win the game 1. It's a sub base, right? Faze as well. I guess we can maybe quickly touch on this. Faze are grinding the sub base. They beat Gorillas on it later in the weekends. They lost to it. Ravens on it here. People are talking about whether Faze need to be playing sub base. Does it matter, right? Can we not just veto it every series? You know, like, Faze aren't that good at it, but they're probably getting better at it. They lost this one. They beat Gorillas on it. They're trying to improve so that they can beat OpTic and like Toronto on it, I guess, at some point. But obviously, you could just veto it against them. I guess, how do the vetoes work for the grand finals of the events? And like, let's say for grand finals champs, because let's say Faze were coming from losers. Could OpTic, if they were coming from winners, effectively force Faze to be playing sub base?
Just
or do they always get one veto?
Just speaking on this real quick, you know how like we spoke about people trying out maps against each other and stuff like that?
Yes.
This is the perfect time for them to do it, in terms of they're not doing it against a team that's already at the top. They're doing it at a team that's below them. They're not like Faze are guaranteed champs. They're not guaranteed champs, so they're going to go hard on it. Faze going to get the best amount of practice on it possible. Win or lose it, like, they're not going to be upset about it. They know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? This is who you should test your maps against.
Oh wait, I thought for a long time you were Mr. Don't test maps against anyone. That was your fucking MO.
I never said that. I said don't test maps against your direct fucking rival.
Oh, against top teams.
Yeah, what, like Faze shouldn't like, it's like OpTic couldn't beat Faze. It was 6, like Faze, either 0 and 6 versus Faze. Why test the maps against Faze? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
that's what I was saying.
That's fair.
Against the Faze against Ravens right now, test the maps. Fuck it, why not? You got nothing to lose. You're a good team anyway.
Really, it is weird how bad they are at sub base though. How they get exposed on it so many times, back to back to back.
They beat Gorillas like 250, 246 as well. Like,
It's actually crazy.
I don't know.
It's actually crazy. Like, if you manage to get a sub base versus Faze, like, you've legitimately got a chance to be like 1-0 up.
Like, Ravens can't even be too bad at this. Like, you know, they got a sub base and then they just got kind of worked from there to the end of the series. But the invasion was drama. If you just go back to this moment here during the game 2 search, yeah, the clip.
Yeah, I got it.
So at this moment, TJ just lagged out of the game. So this is, okay, they're down 0-1. They're doing the replays or whatever's happening at this point. It goes 1-1, actually. TJ lags out going into the 1-1 round. The game doesn't pause. So they play out the round, and Ravens win the 3v4. And then they get the round win for winning that 3 versus 4. So this was effectively what happened in that Kason tournament. Kason tournament the other week, when Nadeshot's team got screwed over because one of the guys on the Faze team was AFK, And by the time they recognized it, they were like, oh, you know, we want to hit the replay because we lost the 3 versus 4 round. But in this case, Ravens actually take the advantage because, as you guys can see, you know, it's a 3. This is a 3v4 before the round had even like got underway. Like it was, you know, he'd lagged out. But they don't pause it. The referee, I guess, was washing the dishes because, okay, let's say FaZe win this round. You know what happens? It's a pause, and they replay it from 1-1 every day of the week. But because Ravens win it, unlucky FaZe, you're down 2-1. And it went on to lose the game in round 11. So Dashy had a tweet.
Dashy had a tweet. Let's get to the Dashy precedent tweet. Where's the Dashy precedent tweet? Oh, here you go. Why does Carolina get the round win in that 1-1 lag out round? Basically get to free roll the round knowing you have a back pocket replay if you lose. Insane precedent to set, or am I tweaking? I mean, to be fair,
I mean, he's right.
Yeah. I think he's right in the regard of just the precedent that it sets for the future. But at the same damn time, FaZe, why are you losing 3v4? Hey,
yeah,
FaZe,
I mean, they can't just. Yeah, you're right.
You know, you're losing a 3v4, and then you're pissed afterwards.
Well, I don't know if they were even that pissed, but I also think that's a bullshit reason because, like, you're always going to lose a 3v4 a certain percentage of the time. Like, okay, you should always win it, but like 20% of the time you're going to lose it. Like,
I
no
mean,
matter what,
on invasion, it's higher. Invasion's easier to win on defense.
Yeah, probably true.
So it's a higher on that. But that's my point is, fuck all that shit. Why the hell has the CDL not ended the game?
That's the bigger question, honestly.
Listen, we can breeze past, fucking hell, they played out a minute of the round, they won the round, whatever, like that shit. I'm sure Clay said, yo, guys, TJ's lagged out. Yo, ref, TJ's lagged out, where you at? He's like, fuck, shit, my fucking microwave meal has just got 2 minutes left, boss. Just give me a sec, I'll be there in a second. Ah, shit, postman's at the door. Yo, Clay, give me a second, bro. I'll relay the information. Bro, it is embarrassing. It is so embarrassing, bro.
Apparently, the FaZe ref, I think Simp actually did a tweet and he said, yeah, like, our ref didn't tell us shit either. So, like, both refs apparently were just like, I don't want to say what they might have been up to, but wow.
They were fucking yerking it, okay? They were just bullshitting on the side.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I don't want to set it up this episode.
Yeah, it is embarrassing that there was no timeout, no recognition. Nobody just realized he lagged out, round didn't start. Let's stop it here and reset. The fact that it was played out is already problematic. Ravens winning it, should they have been given the round? I think that's up for debate, but really this boils down to a league ref situation and problem that we see, we've seen time and time again when it comes to the CDL and how they decide to ref these online matches.
It's terrible.
Fuck.
Shit. It's just I want more transparency, right? Like I want to know what the hell is going on.
I will ref the matches for free. I will sit here for 6 hours, so I don't have to watch a game, a round of S&D 3v goddamn 4.
Like they just never say what's going on. Like I want to know. It's like now they have VAR in the Premier League and all this stuff, right? Like, or even in rugby for years, the referee's always been mic'd up. Whatever the referee's saying, the fans get to hear it. And now we're getting like VAR. When VAR happens, you get to hear what the VAR people decided, whether they're dog shit at their job or not, which they usually are. But in this case, it's like, where is the transparency? What the hell happened in this moment? The CDL never says anything. They just go about their business. They're like, oh, yep, well, we hit the replay. And the casters have to say, yep, we're back. And it's now 2-1 to this team, or it's 3-1 to this team. And the players don't get a say in it. And on we go. Unlucky. And it's like, can we not get some sort of explanation? Can the CDL not come out and say, hey, during this moment, we made this decision for this reason. The rule set is this. This is the precedent that we set. Whatever. We made this decision because of this rule. Like, is this not meant to be a professional league? Like, is there not serious money on the line? Are we just fucking wigging it with the referees off doing their dishes half the time? I just don't understand what sort of cloud show I'm watching right now.
What do you want them to announce? Like, yo, Maven hops on there. Yeah, sorry about the delay, ladies and gentlemen. CDL Ref 2 dropped the plate in the kitchen whilst he was doing the dishes, so there was no transparency on how or why or what the fuck has actually gone on in this game. So that's why we had a little delayed break. The ref number 3 also put the dishwasher on and accidentally flooded the house, so that's why we've had to wait 15 minutes for game 3.
Sorry, boys. Ref number 3 was doing his taxes, and he was a little caught up. We didn't get a chance to see that happen that round. My bad, guys. My bad.
The games are supposed to start at 8, but unfortunately CDL Ref 4 had his mum's birthday dinner, so we're late by 30 minutes because we couldn't get anyone else in there. It's a fucking joke, man.
Dude, this
like,
is
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that the majority of the guys are there, but we never know. We never have any idea what's going on.
Bro, someone put it in the chat perfectly. Someone put it in the chat perfectly. It would increase viewership. If I got a fucking transparent Maven announcement every time there was a fucking delayed break. So what happened during the Ravens? We're resetting the Ravens back down to 1-1. Slight situation happened there. CDL Ref 7, his controller ran out of battery, and that's how we're communicating with him. Figure it the fuck out, because it's actually an embarrassment.
Professional league. Professional $25 million entry fee league. They got their fees returned. We got skins now. We got Black Ops 6 coming out now, and we still can't figure out refs. We can't figure out proper reffing for CDL matches, 4 years into the league? An embarrassment. It's a joke. It makes our esport look like shit. We got to figure this out sooner than later, man. We can't have this happen back to back to back to back.
CDL Ref 10 was on Tinder. CDL Ref 9 was on Hinge.
It was between 6 to 10, baby. It was the time you got to get on. It was 6 to 10.
And they were on FaceTime screen sharing about the bad things that they were looking at, and forgot the fact that TJ lagged the fuck out.
What a world we live in.
Well, it's yeah. I mean, overall though, go back to the series, right? Besides the refs being absolute tweakers, FaZe do reverse sweep them. Carolina do bottle that series, but in the standings, Carolina are the 9th seed, tied with Vegas Legion, but they actually have the tiebreaker over. Actually, if all these teams, Vegas, Ravens, and ROKKR, all were tied the same amount of points, Ravens actually win the tiebreaker. That's something to note. That's actually very important. That could potentially come down to who actually gets the 8th place spot. So everyone's fighting for that spot. Vegas, let's see who Carolina have for these next couple of weeks for matches. That's the last thing we kind of...
Man, Ravens got to be fuming, though. The Legion are all of a sudden putting wins on the board. We've got Minnesota ROKKR getting a win on the board yesterday.
Miami are frying.
Miami are frying. This is the run that Ravens have. 2 wins could get you into winners. More than likely, you might need 3. And they got to play OpTic. I mean, but OpTic are beatable right now. No two ways about it. The problem is that OpTic are probably going to have an actual functional week of practice this time, because they clearly had a dysfunctional week of practice going from Vegas into ROKKR. So you've got to assume we're going to get some regression to the mean here. I would be fuming if I'm Clay. If OpTic just got pissed on by Vegas and ROKKR back-to-back weekends, and then they come out and just go God mode against Ravens, I'd be fuming. Yeah. Miami is going to be a tough series, and then Boston is a free dub, so GG.
But, I mean, to be fair, Vegas have 4 matches. Carolina only have 3. It kind of puts them in a very precarious spot, and I actually think that if I'm going to be the bearer of bad news for the Clayster fans and Raven fans in the chat, just per the schedule, and this is not me, there's no bias, just per their schedule, I don't see Carolina making champs based on the schedule. 2 of these matches I think they're going to lose. Breach, they may get 10, but at that point, Legion goes ahead. ROKKR probably gets 1. ROKKR gets 1, or even LAT get 1 too. It's not looking really good for Carolina's chances, in my opinion, to make champs, unfortunately.
And then they'll go to the major. They're starting losers, and then it depends who they're going to play round 1 and stuff like this.
Oh yeah. I forgot major 4.
Trey might be the GOAT if this is predicted, and they don't make champs. Because what did Trey say at the start?
Ace also said they weren't going to make champs too.
No. But I predicted something crazier. They lose to LAG and don't make champs.
Shit, he did say that.
Yeah, he did.
He did say that, chat. He did say that shit. Ah, fuck. He's never wrong.
Hey,
he's cooking.
Gordon Ramsay chefing it up.
People, one guy said, fuck off, they can beat Miami too. Like, why are we acting like Ravens have been bad? TJ's been frying. I'm not saying TJ's not been frying. No one's saying that they're bad. I'm saying that just because of the point differential, because Heretics are 6, even if they lose that matchup, it's the points that are the problem here, and them only having 3 matches left where other teams have more matches. That's all it is.
Just look at their search record to me real quick.
For Carolina?
Like, what is their search and destroy record this season?
Well, the issue is...
Fellow first came in, they were bad at it.
I was going to say, the issue is to everyone like thinking, like, we're saying that they're not going to make it. The reason we're saying that is because every team around them's getting a win too.
Yep.
The top teams are not beating the teams that shouldn't beat them, realistically. Ravens are hoping that they lose that. Like, Ravens are hoping that the teams that are fighting lose to the top teams too, which ain't happening. ROKKR, Vegas coming out with 2 wins. ROKKR beating OpTic. They need these motherfuckers to lose.
They do, absolutely. Let's jump over to... Do we have Miami? Do we talk about Miami at all? We haven't talked about that.
We can talk Miami. We can talk Miami.
Yeah, let's talk Miami. And then I know Standy will be on very soon. He said he's walking back right now. So we'll have the Standy interview coming in a few minutes here as well. And then we'll talk about, obviously, the ROKKR OpTic series and get into that drama as well. But before that, Heretics actually surprising me, honestly.
Surprising
Vikul wasn't it?
Series? Vikul wasn't it earlier, yeah.
He wasn't. Yo, Vikul, are you still here?
If you ain't still here.
Was Vikul in the chat?
You know, I'm about to say.
Yeah, he was.
Vikul was in the chat earlier. Vikul was in the chat. He dropped by. Said he was a little first-time viewer. We appreciate him stopping by, even if he's not still here. But what a result from...
Oh, he's right there.
Oh,
there he is.
He's right there. Okay.
It's interesting, right? Vikul came back, like, from his break or whatever, and he played map 1 and he was getting torched. Like, was it a 6-star? He started like 1-9 or something. Then they finished him up strong, and then every single second he's been back on the team, they've been like, he's just been getting better and better. I like this team. I talked about it after the major. I'm like, these guys are legit. They're doing European COD proud. Is it the best 4 players that I could put together from the Spanish scene? Not necessarily. But they've got the chemistry. Metals is starting to play better and better again, which I think is absolutely a necessity. And it's great to see the progress. These guys look pretty good to make the World Championship. Yeah, I've said it before. I'll say it again, especially if they do make champs. There's lots of people clowning on this team at the start of the year, saying, they're taking up 4 spots from players that deserve to be in the league. They're going to be trash and all this. But, you know, they're showing that ain't the case. And an actual team put together with chemistry that speaks the right language and all this stuff. They can put, and they've got talent as well. Don't want to downplay it. Once they made the right roster changes, they got the job done. And they aren't far away now. Another win or 2 should secure the dub. And I mean, yeah, this was the map, right? When Real and Vikul both had stinker starts and then they brought it back. I mean, this is a disaster class of ROKKR, to be fair, but
yeah, I think Miami has shown some resilience, a lot more than I would have imagined. Also, again, keep in mind, they had the first ever, at least that I've seen, first ever 3-match weekend. They played Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which is, Vikul, I wanted to know how, Vikul says he'll join. Okay, we're going to get Vikul on.
No way.
Hell yeah, let's get Vikul on.
Listen, I don't want to say too much.
I'm going to DM you right now, Vikul. I'm going to DM you right now.
I don't want to say too much, but ever since me and Vikul squashed it, dapped it up.
He's been fine.
Aura.
Aura.
That goes to all your pro players. Settle your beef with me. Even though me and Vikul didn't actually have beef.
Yeah, well, you were just talking shit.
Well, no, I don't say I was talking shit. We were just...
Nah, you were talking shit on Method Sick, you know, my guy.
No, I did. No, listen, that was...
Yes, you did. Okay, I don't want to hear this shit. Own it, brother. Own it, brother.
I remember you beefing.
He's coming on as a...
He's in the chat. No way. I told you. They all in it. Everyone watches the dope check.
Holy fuck, dude. Yeah.
He's been caught red-handed. I remember you were beefing.
Yeah, Trey. You got to back your beef 100%, okay?
Nah, cause he pissed me off because he hit me with some It wasn't even passive aggressive. It was just like, yo, I respect you. That pissed me the fuck off.
Is Method Sick coming in too?
Because that wasn't even beef. Yeah, it wasn't even beef. I had to reply. I had to reply. It wasn't even beef.
I remember.
Yeah, he gave me a reply like, "Listen, respect you, like respect your career." I was like, "Fuck, bro, now I feel like a fucking prick."
Guess what? They turned it around. Let's go.
Yeah, squashing beef. Yeah, me and Method squashed it. Vikul squashed it. Done and dusted.
Okay,
Back on track.
There you go. We got Vikul in here.
I actually have, listen, everyone says I'm a Miami hater. Go look who predicted them to win. It was me.
I had them getting some dubs this week.
So
I picked up a couple of points back in the standings.
You guys can call me a hater. You guys can say I'm the biggest Miami hater of all time.
There we go. We got Vikul joining up right now, baby.
Yo.
What's good, Javi?
You got to turn your cam or no cam?
Yeah, cam. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, let's go.
We're just getting blessed today, bro.
Bro, I feel like I can't be in here. Nah, I'm joking.
Yo, Trey, you're a Miami hater, bro. Since day one.
No,
Spanish don't know how to play COD. Spanish play style is dog shit. The coach is horrible. Like, what is this? Blah blah. Yeah, bro, you know it. It's okay, man.
Turn your cam on, fam. You can't say this shit with your cam on,
but
bro.
I mean, the facts are the facts. I'm not. We squashed it, but facts are the facts.
Yeah, my facts were facts too. That's why we're here.
No.
Yo, we gotta sell this once and for all, man. We gotta settle. It's loading up.
I'm cheesing right now.
Listen. Wait, let me disconnect and connect again.
All right.
Yeah, you good. I remember. I mean, to be fair though, Vikul's kicking
No,
I've been hearing Trey. I talked about Spanish COD. They've been calming down, haven't they?
You want me to start cooking? I'll start cooking too.
No, I'm joking. We're friends now.
He's joking.
Yeah, we're great friends. Nah, we're great
friends. He's joking after all that. He's just joking.
Nah, so listen.
Good,
just on the, you know, I speak when teams are doing bad. I speak of them bad, but when they're doing good, I speak of them highly. Just like now.
That's true.
The methods thing. Listen, that was a shot. All right, that was genuinely a shot. But that was because I never lost to Spanish teams when I was playing, and he was just on. That's just what it is. That was just a COD player talking his shit. That's all it was.
That makes sense.
I know how it goes. UK pros versus Spanish pros.
Oh
it
yeah.
It was you know.
Talk to me.
Vikul weren't playing then. You know, he could have smoked that shit.
I was like 8, bro. 7, 8.
Yeah, I'm old as shit, bro.
Full set of 7, 8. Bro, talk to us, man. So right now you guys are, you know, you're in the 6th place spot. Turn the season around pretty big from, you know, being kind of out of the run of champs now into the run of champs. What has been the big factor for you guys in the second half of the season that's led you into the top 8?
Coach's decision for sure. Methods coach decision.
Got it.
He decided to bring in Real. But I mean, apart from that, he made a good point with Metals and myself with the change of roles, and I think that was key for us. You know, Metals is playing out of his mind right now with AR. He's putting numbers that, you know, best players put up, so he's being super consistent with that. And I feel like me as a sub player, I just complement Real really well. So we complement each other pretty much like the best subs in the league as well, how they complement each other. And that's like something he found. That's something that Methods managed to pull through after Major 2. And it's been working for us throughout Major 3 and at the moment throughout this Major.
My bad, Methods. I was not familiar with your game. Right? That's on me. Don't get me wrong though, Vikul. I swear because you run a sub now, right, with the role swap.
Sorry.
You run a sub now with the role swap, correct?
Yeah.
Didn't you used to run a sub like prior that too, or no?
Yeah, no. I was running the AR throughout Major 1, Major 2.
And then like on about last year too.
Yeah. I was the sub last year. I was running around with Big Cap. You know, just frying people.
See, I always thought you were a sub player.
I was, yeah. So yeah. I mean, I played both roles throughout my career, but my older years since I turned 18, it was I was using the sub.
Okay, yeah,
It was
that's
kind
what
of
I thought because I always thought you were a good sub player, like on NW2 too when you was running around with Cap. Obviously, you came into this year. I feel like isn't that just you were doing whatever fit the team best at that time? I guess.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, we were. It was like a 4. We when the team was first made, it was like 4. I think 4 submachine gun players, and then it was Lucky, with AR from last year at least role in terms of roles. So I was kind of put on that Methods talked to me and he was like, yo, we want you to run the second AR. So I was like playing the whole summer with AR, you know, Cold War, AIDS or whatever, or you know the off-season games. I was just running on AR, get into the habit of that playstyle. But I mean, I just don't think it fitted me well. I don't think I mean I was playing fine statistically wise, but the team wasn't the flow wasn't good in game. So we decided to make that switch and it worked really well. I think also Metals and Real on submachine guns, they play really similar. So I think that would have been a bit of a clash.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's issues with their sub duos is you have 2 fast ones they get shit on, you have 2 slow ones, you know, there's not enough pressure on the map.
Yeah.
I think the best duos work perfectly where you got, you know, Hydra and Kismet. You know, the top teams, you look at the top teams, they've always got a faster sub and a slower sub. I think that works perfectly. I also think that, you know, I think it just sucks that I think you're one of those selfless players that even though you would prefer running a sub, you know, you're going to do what needs to be done or what your coach asks of you to, you know.
I don't care. I just want to win.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. I mean, I was the same. You just got to do what needs to be done. And if you don't do it properly, you get dropped. And if you don't do it bad, you know, it's what it is.
I mean, yeah, that's how it goes.
Obviously, you guys had like Purge in that series against OpTic. Tough one because in hindsight, obviously, like, do you feel like if you were there, you could have got the dub, or was there ever a risk of you not getting back in time for the next weekend? Because obviously you had 3 games this past weekend, which was wild.
That's something that like you can ask. I can ask myself, or you can ask any of my teammates, and it's just unfair to say. It's just like a way of just like you know, looking to the past. You know, if you were here, we would have won. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that big. I think everyone's moved past that. We're focused on the games that we have in front of us. No one's really like thinking, oh, OpTic just lost 2 games against 2 teams that they shouldn't have lost. Maybe we could have beat them with Vikul. That's not how we think. It's unfair to think that way. It's just a bit of, you know, what if, you know, what if someone clutches a 1v1 5-5, like it just you never know. It's just scenarios that, don't worry, like, we don't like thinking about the scenarios. We like thinking about what we have in front of us.
You're the only team that had I think the only team this entire year that's had a 3-match weekend. What's it like having?
The only team in the CDL that's ever had a 3-day weekend,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I've ever seen it myself. What was your guys' reaction to seeing that scheduled, and what's it like actually playing 3 matches back to back on the weekend?
I'm so down to play back to back. What?
Really? You didn't mind?
No, like it's got like whenever we play on a Saturday. Imagine you play on a Saturday, 1 match during the weekend, and for whatever reason you win the match or lose the match, doesn't matter. The next day is just, in my opinion, it's criminal. Like, you pretty much warm up some team and just maybe scrim, and the scrims during the weekend, I feel like I don't know, I feel like people don't really like, no team really like, oh yeah, it's a scrim day, we're locked in, like, let's learn something new. You know what I'm saying? It's more like reps, in my opinion. I feel like the real practice days are Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and the weekend is just like more like reps kind of stuff, just playing the maps.
I mean, that's how we took them when we was in the CDO, or when I played in the CDO. It's just like those days that you don't play matches, everyone else play matches. You just show up to show respect for the other teams, but you're not trying.
I mean, like, we do try. Personally, we do try in our camp, but like
it's not hard to go as hard. Yeah, it's hard to, especially when you're running the same 2 maps over and over and over again. Like, oh yeah, how have a few drinks the night before, make sure I'm locked and ready to go to warm up. The worst one's when you warm up a team that just gets pissed on.
Yeah.
That's the worst. So I know how that feels.
Yeah.
You guys have Carolina, Seattle, and Faze to close out. Only 3 matches, but you guys are in a good spot. Is there any specific, like, how you guys prepping for this, the end of this split and going to the major? What are your guys' focus? I guess with game modes, certain mistakes. What's there to look forward to, I guess, to close out this major for?
So I think I said it on the interview the other day after the LAG match. Our main focus was since Major 3 ended was control. I feel like we were horrible in that game mode throughout the event. So it was definitely that mode. I feel like we're working on control specifically a little bit more than maybe the other modes, but we're also working on trying to be more consistent on hardpoint, trying not to scam those easy situations. I feel like yesterday's series against Toronto is a classic example on map 4, a classic example of why we're not beating those top teams. Just scamming P5 rotation on Karachi, that's just like simple shit. P2 rotations in Karachi, making them spawn on a place we shouldn't making them spawn. Just those little situations that we're actually playing real we don't really like mess up in practice, but we're messing up in games. So just trying to identify why that is happening and trying to avoid those mistakes as much as possible.
See that? What makes you guys so good at S&D though? I feel like that's something you guys don't get. It's underrated how good you guys are at S&D. What makes you so effective?
I feel like we just do different things to other teams. I think we're out of the ordinary, so people don't expect the way we play, and I mean, it's going well, so just gotta keep it that way. Securing a second map win pretty much every series is definitely like key against any team.
I mean, Spanish S&D is good S&D. I will say that.
All of a sudden, he has gas. All of a sudden, he's ready to gas the Spanish. Huh?
You know what? Yeah. You know what?
6 months, I haven't heard that shit ever. Now I hear it when Vikul's sitting here. Okay, Trey.
No, even back in the day, they were good at S&D. They just work well together. They're fast. They get shit done.
That's true. One other question I had too was how overstated or understated, or how like real is the problem if like an American player wanted to play with you guys? Do you think an American player would be able to play on your guys' team? With the English, the English versus Spanish comms. I know when Purge was there, we heard them listening and they were speaking English actually. So that was a little surprising to me. How do you feel? Do you think an American player could fit into the Miami Heretics system?
No problem in terms of comms. Big problem in terms of out of game stuff. Like the way I feel like the way Spanish people socially, like we hang out with each other, the jokes we make are not the same to American culture. So no on that. And system in terms of COD. I mean, I hate this stigma that people like we all play the same. Like we're pro teams, we all play the game well. I don't know. I feel like an American player would be able to fit into the system and just get used to it. I think the only team that really plays a bit different is definitely Seattle, but that's the only team I'm seeing that they just run around together, trade each other. You know what I'm saying? But the rest, I mean, we all play for the same thing. So, I mean,
so you actually don't find the comms to be an actual issue, like communication between anyone?
I mean, you saw Metals and Eric place second at Champs, win an event last year in Challengers, speaking in English. Lucky Journey spoke in English the whole year. I mean, I just don't see comms being a problem. I feel like people would just get used to speaking in English and they would understand each other. Real was in ROKKR Academy for a whole year. He went into Carolina, like speaking English. I don't know. I don't see language being a barrier.
Okay. That was definitely something that I think has been on my mind to ask. What are one of the Miami guys if I ever got a chance to? So, yeah.
If you guys hit OpTic with the 3-0 again, so go on. Finish
I
your
speak
point.
English better than Spanish, so I wouldn't have a problem.
Wait, did it? No way.
For real?
Yeah. My team makes fun of me because they say I don't speak good Spanish.
What the fuck? That's crazy. That's cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I just wondering, people in the chat are asking, obviously, Vikul about the Pred stuff. He throws up the 3-0. He then throws it back. Since then, that rivalry's been pretty lopsided. Obviously, there's always a chance you play them again at some point. Like, you got anything special planned if you 3-0 them at champs?
I mean, he plays really well against us every time he plays us, and he's a Real Madrid fan, so big fan of Pred.
Hala Madrid, huh? Am I right?
Hala Madrid.
Absolutely. I mean, anything else? We got anything else for the guy Vikul? Got anything else, guys? Anything?
Hey, listen, I just want to say one thing, and one thing only. I've been hearing questions about the 5th, 6th team, best team, blah blah. Hey, we're not even that combo because we're like top 1 team. You know what I'm saying? That's how we think.
Well, low key, I will say this: people don't put you in the convo, but the standings say otherwise. Even myself, like we don't like put you in the convo, but the standings, you're on 150, 2 more wins, and you're kind of like solidified for champs. So realistically,
I mean,
even
just look at
even
us at the placings in Toronto. Like, it's just their stats are there.
Even us as ourselves, we say, is it Seattle? Is it this? Is that? We might have to start. We might have to start chefing up some new stuff, because the standings say otherwise, in my opinion.
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, it's just showing up when you have to show up. So, where Ban comes around, we'll show we're there.
One question from the chat for you: out of the 5th to 12th spot, which team is the most competitive to play against?
Oh, there's a bunch. I feel like 5th to 8th right now should be Vegas, Thieves, Seattle, and us. The rest of them are not there.
I heard an exclusion there that I didn't appreciate. I heard a team excluded out of that list, and I was not. I don't know.
He's on about he's on about shit soda rocker, mate. That's what he's on about.
ROKKR. Listen, ROKKR. I mean, we did beat ROKKR like a couple days ago, so pretty convincingly as well.
Oh yeah. The reaction.
Oh yeah.
Pretty convincingly. Y'all were getting smoked and then brought it back. I don't know, but
hey, listen, I started 1-10, man. That doesn't count.
Oh, okay, it's fake. It's a fake start.
They came out with a fire that first game. I was like, yo, damn, like these guys are shooting.
Standy's in the chat. No way. We get Standy in here right now.
Yeah,
and I can just sit back and relax.
Standy said, nah, we trolled. They should have got clubbed. But Vikul, did they get clubbed? Did you get clubbed?
They did get clubbed on a control high rise. We hadn't won on the whole fucking stage 3, so 3-1.
That's crazy.
Jesus, man.
Now Standy's backtracking. Here he goes. They played well.
Listen. I'm joking, but ROKKR. I mean, they showed up against OpTic when they had to. We didn't show up against OpTic when we had to. So props to them.
There it is, man. Anything? Any final thoughts for the the Miami Heretics fans, the people maybe doubting you guys? Any final thoughts?
I'll see you at champs.
Hey, love that. That is Vikul. Appreciate you for coming on, bro.
Alright, see ya, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate you.
Of course, brother.
Absolutely. Hala Madrid.
He's cold. He's cold.
He is cold.
He's giving me. He was reminding me. He's giving me like Sib aura, but with a smile. You know. Like if that.
I mean, it's crazy. Like
he,
one trip to Turkey, whole new man.
If we said to Sib like, yo, anything you got to say to the fans, like, see you at champs. But at least he gives me a, see you at champs. You know.
I like
you
that.
know what I'm saying.
Let me.
God, we got interviews coming out of the ass today, yo.
Yeah,
guys,
am I cooking or am I not cooking, guys? Am I cooking?
Yeah.
Holy
shit. Gordon Ramsay, but
no.
Yeah, he's not quite me.
Cooking in a different regard today. Today is a different kind of cooking for me.
He ain't quite me.
Standy,
I mean, they are coming in the Twitch chat too.
It's true. It's too easy.
Standy,
well, we know how it goes. They're all watching us.
Standy, you want to fucking accept the request, brother? Come on, man.
Yeah, if Standy wants to come in, we can have a few words on this OpTic Texas. I think this is pretty much the final thing we got to talk about here. Is this OpTic Texas series?
Pretty much
against these Minnesota ROKKR boys.
Oh, there you go.
Because this was a juicy one. Oh, Standy says he's coming in. Oh, here he is.
There he is. I got him.
Before we start this, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quickly.
Handle your
problem,
business. Handle your business.
Mm.
Oh shit!
Look at that. The cam's straight on. Didn't even have to wait for this.
Yeah,
shit.
no waiting.
This guy's coming in
I
prepared.
know you guys want the cam, yo. I got it. I got
Wow.
it.
There we go, man. Okay, we'll trace to the bathroom. Let's
Good, Eli. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, brother.
Glad to have you.
There you go. Lock it in. I'll adjust you wherever I'll center you on this thing. Don't worry. I'll center
Yeah,
you.
we got that sorted.
Yeah, hey, Standy.
Eli, how we doing? How's your day?
Eli, why you have sleeves on right now? What's going on here?
I should pull him up, bro. It might make some people mad. I should pull it up real quick. I should pull him up real quick.
Damn, look at this guy. He's been
cooking,
working
bro.
hard.
Nah, I have not been working
you on the
hard.
roids
but-
or like you
Yeah, I've been taking the roids recently. You know what I mean? Got to make you gain somehow. Nah, my armpits just get really sweaty sometimes, and I think my jersey's slightly like oversized, so like it feels so uncomfortable, and like my armpits are just sweaty. So like the only way to make it feel comfortable is when I pull them up.
Bro, the baby gap size doesn't fit you?
Yeah, literally, it's fucking medium. I guess I think I need extra small or some shit.
You might need to eat some chowder, bro. Eat a casserole or something. You gotta gain a little size on you, baby. Come on, man.
I just had a chicken parm. I just had a chicken parm with pasta. Like I just ate well right now.
Putting the calories in.
You're working on it. You're working on it right now.
Yeah.
You need to hit Scrappy up for his TRT or whatever.
Whatever it's called. Okay.
There you go.
Good weekend though, out of you boys. Big result, of course. Ace was very happy about it, as we could tell by his tweets on the Sunday evening.
Which tweets? I don't know what.
Well, he just said,
the tweet doesn't exist anymore. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what he said. The OpTic fans were coming at him hard. That's what I'll say.
The Reddit, it lives forever on the Reddit, but if you go to TL, it doesn't exist anymore. That thing is gone. There we go. Okay, well, let's dive in.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what people want to talk about. I know, obviously, there's these OpTic ROKKR series, so let's jump to that on here. Before, actually, we had Vikul just on a second ago. Let's talk about that first. That Heretics series, man. You guys started so hot. That 6-star looked like it was going to be over just as it began. Karachi 6-5. Towards the end of the series, it looked a little bottled. What happened there? And when you look back on that series, like, what was going on?
To be honest, like, it might be cliche, but we didn't play the map how we usually do in practice. Like, the decision making we were making and, like, the important moments where we had to, like, make the right choice. Like, we had so many opportunities to, like, make the right play, and we just didn't make the right play. Then, obviously, they had big moments, too, where people on their team were, like, icing up, especially in, like, the control. And the hard point, we had such a good, like, such a good lead where even if we were messing up some small mistakes, we could have still came out on top. You know what I mean? And we just kept trolling, like, scenario on scenario on scenario. And I feel like we're definitely better than what that series showed. And I feel like everyone on the team kind of felt like we kind of lost to ourselves in a way, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
But Heretics are definitely a good team, though. You know what I mean? Like, I want to give them some credit. Like, they definitely been playing well recently. But I feel like that series we lost to ourselves.
Okay. In the highlights, though, you've had some choice words for the OpTic fans. OpTic,
Yeah,
are you gonna delete those tweets, Standy, or are they staying up?
Yeah. What's going on with them?
My girlfriend said I should keep them up, so I think I'm gonna keep them up. I'm gonna
Hey,
keep
let's
them
go.
up.
He's a changed man.
If someone tweets me some bullshit, I don't know. I might have to hit him with the lead, but I think I'm gonna keep them up.
Hey, happy wife,
like
happy
that.
life. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you know,
Yeah.
that's
That's the way it
works,
goes,
you know?
bro.
It's turning a corner now. Let's go.
For real.
Well, you're already asking, so you don't have to go find him. You can just go to his Twitter for your new YouTube video.
Nah, some of the shit I be reading is just absurd. Just absolutely absurd. Like, we can talk about it.
All right, so talk to us about it then, because obviously you spoke to us.
Yeah.
Obviously you spoke about it on Twitter and stuff like that. 2 smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. So before that round, we were like, I was like, Tom, make sure you have a smoke on. We're definitely gonna run 2 smokes this round, and we're gonna run 2 smokes on purpose to break GAs. That's what I was like telling my team and shit.
Yeah,
I like
was
that.
like making sure that we definitely
Whatever
had
it
2
takes.
smokes on, because whatever it takes, you know what I mean. We gotta break
Anything
GAs
for
to
the win.
win. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't really want it if you're not gonna break GAs to win. So, I was like, yo, make sure you have a smoke on. Make sure we double smoke here this round. All right, obviously I'm joking. I hope people understood that. But some OpTic fans may not understand that I was joking there. They might take that to heart, but...
You've already been clipped
Yeah,
out of
I was gonna say, I was like, they already clipped that shit. That shit is gone, bro.
I'm already exposed, but nah, it was just a comment. It was just like a small mishap because on Karachi, it's one of the maps where like me and Tom switch smoke sometimes. And usually, we're always like, "Yo, who has it? You want the smoke on this strat?" Like, or I have the smoke on the strat. And usually, we're like always really good with it. And then this round, I think Tom just had it on by accident, but he didn't mean to have it. And unfortunately, it might have changed the round where Linz might have died and Pred might have not. Pred might have stayed alive, but in my head, they still got 5-2 comeback on 4v2, 2v4. Like, I may be cheese right here because we still did break the GAs, but. It is what it is. We did it by accident.
5-2 still 5-2. Obviously, he did break GAs, but it still is 5-2. So we'll live with that one.
Red card. It's a red card for sure. Did not mean to do it, but happens. Mistakes happen.
So I saw a video, Eli.
Oh God, here it is.
I saw a video.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's stair glitching.
Yeah.
So, but hear me out. You gotta hear me out, right? Because
I'm hearing you out, bro.
We're gonna talk about it.
You
right?
know how it goes, bro. You've been there.
Listen, that is a stair glitch, right? Can we just say that is?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been arguing with Ace.
Fuck,
right?
man.
So, no.
I'll explain it. So like, I was filling up mid, right? We were calling, yo, he's top sign. He might chow you. So I'm like, immediately in my head, I'm not thinking like, in my head, like, yo, let me stair glitch to kill this fucker real quick. Like, in my head, I'm just like, oh, like, I'm about to, like, I need to be guns up for a gunfight real quick because this guy might chow me. Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head. So, like, I'm guns up, ready to chow, and, like, half a second later, I'm like, oh, fuck, am I stair glitching this? And then I just run up and start running at him because I don't want to be stair glitching. Like, you could see
I'm
it.
so smart. I'm so smart.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking in my head. That's literally word for word, play by play, literally what was happening in my head.
Right.
I came around the corner, calling my stop sign, I'm like, guns
I think that
up.
happens quite a lot. To
I laid down, like, everyone does the lay down cheese. Like,
lay down
at
off
least
angle.
I didn't kill him there, but I could tell you so many players that have done the same exact shit in a match, in a play, and I've actually got a kill. Like,
that's my
I know
point.
Carolina do that shit a lot more than us, for damn sure.
That's my point, though, Ace. This was my point that I was making to you. Because Eli done it does not make it, like, just because you didn't get the kill there does not make it not a stair glitch. I'm agreeing with you that other teams do it too, and straight from Eli, that's a stair glitch. But obviously, like I said to you, he laid down there for 2 seconds and then sprinted at him.
Listen, man. I got the guns out because we got a special guest on. You know, what I'm saying? Like, it's serious right now. Like, we're out here
now.
Yeah, we're out here. But my point was this: teams lay down on the stairs on Vista a lot. They will lay down
a lot.
They lay down, then they'll pop up right before the kill to avoid the stair glitch.
Oh, 100%.
Which is why.
But it's still a stair glitch.
But is it okay? So this is my clarification. I would like just from Standy.
Javi said in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's still a stair glitch, and the players
It's a stair
realize
glitch because you recognize that you've done something wrong, and therefore you run away.
Yes.
Yes. But it's
like
not a GA though. Like, it's not like GA
It's like
to lay there and then get up and go kill someone.
Yeah, but there's like stairs, like so many, like you got the zig steps. There's steps everywhere on that map. Where it's like if you're just guns up, and if you want to approach the gunfight where you just lay down, like sometimes you just automatically on a stair glitch. But like,
yeah, so that was my point. Yeah, you're
tough.
laying down. You're laying down for an off angle.
It's tough.
We all learn. We all learn from LeProne. You know.
Yeah. he loves that shit.
Yeah,
right? My point was that it's a 1 to 2 second thing. No damage was done by it, but it's still a stair glitch. So if anyone wanted to cry about it, they could. Especially an OpTic fan. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's still a stair glitch. Yes.
Yeah. But that was my point.
But
like, am I going there intentionally stair glitch? No, I'm just going there thinking I have to be guns up because the guy might chow me, and then I'm like, shit, am I stair glitching this? All right, let me pop up. I lay there for like half a second, 1 second, and then I move. You know what I mean?
It's like what Vikul said. You know, you lay down in a random spot. You're like, fuck, this might be a stair glitch. Shit, like I gotta get up and run away. Like, it happens
at least
all the time.
I didn't kill someone. Like I know, I definitely seen matches that where people are literally laid there for like 3-4 seconds, get a kill, and move.
Get info.
I mean, listen.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
And it's like they lost 250 to 144. I'm like, I mean, if we're complaining about the third glitch there, like,
Eli, I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Cope.
You
That's
might as well.
cope.
You might as well have just stayed there and laid there and got the motherfucking kill.
Honestly, I died because of it.
To add to the 2 smoke shit too, you might as well just roll with the whole flow. You know.
Dead ass.
Your DMs would have been crazy.
Nah, my Twitter would have been going rogue. I've been receiving some crazy threats.
I mean, I'm sure you already are. Just from beating OpTic, it's already a whole thing.
Yeah.
What do you think of this whole, like, I don't know, server cheese, or like there's the excuses? What do you think of the excuses that are constantly thrown about whenever a team, you know, NYSL loses, a top 4 team loses, and there's always an excuse? What do you think about the specific excuse coming out here after you guys beat OpTic?
So, like, you will never get the fairest series as you will on LAN. Like, I promise you, every online match, I don't know the ins and outs about it, but a team could definitely have a small advantage. And yes, in those like one-shot gunfights where a guy's like 6 health and then you die, whereas maybe if you're on that slightly, ever so slightly better ping, you might get that kill, which I can see because like in a pro like match where everyone's so good, every bullet matters, like you're just never gonna get the fairest match unless it's on LAN. So I do get it. And Virginia, in my head, based off like, we weren't playing on in Virginia. We were playing on Dallas against OpTic. So, like, in matter of fact, when I opened the scoreboard, they were all on 1 ping and we were on 5 ping. Somehow we were on 5 ping and they're all on 1 ping when we live right next door to them. I don't know if it's a net or anything, but technically we are at the disadvantage. And
OpTic facilities, Eli, we know what they got over there.
The dark fiber. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they got what those Faze motherfuckers they got.
That ass.
Yeah.
So I think it matters, but you can't always, like, it's just the way it is. Like, if you're going into an online match, like, you can't always just use that as an excuse or something. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you might get some bullshit gunfights that you might win on LAN, but it's not gonna be fucking more than maybe 5% of your gunfights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're still making the right play, you're making the right decision, you will probably win the map, win the, you know what I mean, win the scenario.
You're not playing on a 30-40 ping differential. It's like 10 to 12.
Yeah. 10 is the, like, 10, 12 is, like, the max you'll play on.
Yeah, because they do, like I said, they do, for Rab and Ace that don't know, or whatever like that, who anyone don't know in the chat, when they do server testing, they find the server that gives the best average ping to all 8 players.
Mm-hmm.
Even if a player's on the far east and the one's on the far west and everyone's scattered around, they'll find the best server part possible where it's averaged out the best way it can be. So, I mean, I know you got Kenny's tweet up right now, Ace.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say about the teams that are beating, you know, the teams and the blaming a lot of these top teams have the excuses or whatever like that. At least he's come out and said, "I know we're playing bad." You know, that's the only time I've ever seen, like, I've seen a tweet from someone saying, yeah, at least we're playing. I mean, I thought it was funny, all like the teams that, like Vegas, you guys, you're all coming together having a laugh about OpTic and, you know, about the excuses coming out and stuff like that. You know, little union going on there against the top 4 teams.
I mean, like, to be honest, it didn't really seem like excuses against us. Like, I think it was just fair and square. Yeah, there's maybe a 1 stair glitch, like a smoke in between, but, like, I just feel like the universe and the way Destiny goes, like, we are gonna win that match. Like, we are going to win that match. Like that, and that's just the way it goes, to be honest. Like,
speak us through the searches in that series, because obviously I've been a big person on here speaking how ROKKR Search is gonna carry them to champs, or it's gonna be the thing that takes them to champs or loses them champs, which Trey wrongfully disagrees with. Thank you. Finally, we've got a 2-search win for a good series here. Thank you. Speak to me about the almost comeback on Rio, right? You guys almost lost, you almost bottled that map, and then coming back and winning the Karachi. Take us through that. Just like how big Search has been for you guys this season and specifically this match.
Yeah. So I mean, to be honest, like, we knew that, like, if we wanted a chance at, like, beating top teams, or like getting opportunities to beat top teams, like we have to be good at search, like no matter what. Like if there's any game mode that's gonna give us our best chance, like take down teams and maybe be like a NYSL team sometimes, it's gonna be search and destroy. So we definitely been focused on search and destroy, and we just been kind of focused on like just like making our plays confidently and just like following the game plan and just like not trying to like overcompensate or do stuff that we shouldn't do and just play confidently and make the decisions, because I feel like everyone on the team, like we have good search players. It's just about like closing out. Like the amount of searches where I feel like we've had a good lead or a good opportunity to win and some bullshit happens or we don't close out, it's kind of been crazy. So, but we put like a lot of hard work outside of the game, like going over strats and stuff to make sure we're good at S&D. And then respawn wise, it's just kind of like we have players where one person can take over a respawn map, we can win a series, you know what I mean? Like, and we don't want to always rely on S&D, but I know in majority of series we're at least guaranteed one S&D at least, like 100%, and then it just kind of comes down to making sure making like good decisions in respawn. But yeah, we've been working hard in S&D, so I mean I'm glad to see it come to fruition, at least in this series.
Definitely.
How you guys feeling going into the last couple of games? Because this is such a big win. Getting to 140.
That shit was massive.
I mean, this is so huge. Like, realistically, I mean, we've been talking the number is like 170. That's kind of what people are talking about, right? They're looking at, if you get to 170, you're good. So if you win these final 3, you're probably good, but it ain't going to be easy. You play New York, Toronto, and Vegas. Vegas are looking nasty as well.
They have been. I mean, yeah, I mean, that was just a massive win to also build confidence, and we just needed that. Like, the only way to say it is, like, we needed that. Like, we needed that bad. Like, if we lost that, it could have actually, like, almost shocked our season for us, to be honest. Like, unless we, you know what I mean? Like, and we want to make winners bracket to at least have a good chance to make a run at the major. But, to be honest, like, the matches, I feel like in practice and at least in our warm-up scrims before matches, like, we've been playing a lot more dominant, like, hardpoint maps and getting a lot more, like, actual dominant hardpoint wins and scrims. So I feel like our respawn has been getting better for the most part, in practice at least, because we've been getting a lot more, like, dominant wins and, like, have more of a better idea on the maps. And it's definitely shown. I know we didn't win the 6-star against Miami, but like even against OpTic, like both starts we were up like what 100-7. Then after that we just start getting ahead of ourselves, maybe being too confident, start making some decisions that we don't usually make in scrims because we're just trying to like run it down at people. Like we're just trying to like we're just not making the best like decisions in terms of like winning the map. So, but yeah, I mean control's been ass, but we're working on it. But I feel like everyone on the team and like we're pretty confident in our hardpoint at least. Like at least of recently, we've been getting a lot more like dominant wins and like team wins.
I think a lot of these top teams are really underestimating how hard these players, these teams that need these points are going.
Oh,
like,
100%, 100%.
Like the top teams don't need the points. They're guaranteed champs already. All right. You guys and a bunch of other teams that are like showing up and taking these points, like you guys need these points.
Like they may not be doing the extra VOD work to watch some S&D, you know what I mean? Like put in some extra work, go over their strats. Whereas like the teams that need these points, like we're making sure like, yo, we got like no bullshit can happen. Like we got everything on lock. You know what I mean? Like
not only is champs like the thing to make, it's careers you got to keep next year, your jobs, everything like that. Like I think a lot of these top teams are truly underestimating how hard these like teams that need these points are actually going. And in my opinion, it's kind of showing.
Oh shit! Here's TJ. Facts, gotta do whatever you gotta do. Like throw 2 smokes.
Yo, TJ.
Here we go.
Stick to insomnia cookies.
Oh.
Standy breaks gas. Can't trust what he says. Capsule also in the chat as well, bro.
How can I trust what he says when he breaks GAs? Unaccountable? Yeah, nah, we did that shit on purpose.
Hang on. We're not breezing past that. Hey, she just called GAs gas.
No, that was Capsule.
Is that what he said?
Oh, yeah. I said gas.
I stopped the gas.
My bad.
Honest,
my bad. I just went back.
For the round, I was like, yo, make sure you throw 2 smokes this round. Like, we're going to fucking break GAs against these shitters.
He's passing the loud.
Dude,
That's
TJ,
what I called out.
TJ and Capsule are in a Discord call, just
Yeah,
next to each other right now.
Funny right now. They're in TS. Nah,
They're in
these guys
TS
are
just
so
laughing
weird.
with each other right now. But hey, yo, hey,
Now, the
TJ or
worst
Cap,
part, Tej is that Tej's whole team stair glitches. Carolina stair glitches, and they don't get shit for it.
Oh wait. Accusations being
Any
thrown out.
response, TJ, in the chat?
Oh,
TJ,
damn.
TJ, you could come on too, by the way. TJ, Capsule, you guys want to come on?
Tej isn't stair glitch. It's not
Let me
Tej.
just grab the notebook real quick.
Oh,
It's not Tej,
so-
but there's other. There's his roster. His roster, of course.
What, the other three do it as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, so Tej is the only one that's got a fucking.
Tej is in the
pair of
clear.
bows.
Tej is in the
Damn.
clear.
I'm not trying to instigate it to a Standy, but you just called the other three bitches.
Tej isn't a GA breaker.
Tej is not. It's not Tej then.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Damn, you teamed with Clay for a year and now this? It's crazy.
Nah, I mean, no, I love
You
Clay.
did it
but,
then,
like,
to be fair.
Nah, I don't know. I'm just saying they stair glitch, bro. I've definitely watched Carolina matches where I've seen stair glitching.
TJ, if you'd like to respond,
For sure.
DM me your Discord on fucking Twitter, and we'll get some response going here. But
Yeah, listen. If there's one player I don't think you're getting in a fucking Discord call from the league, I actually do believe it'd be Tej. I don't think you catch Tej in a single Discord call for an interview. I promise
He's
you
allowed
that.
to play clean COD.
no, I disagree. I'm gonna get Tej eventually. By the end of the season, I'll get him once. See, he does play clean COD though. Yeah, I'm not hopping in anything. Fuck.
Bro, listen, Tej is like the most prestigious person you can get in a goddamn call for an interview. I promise you. Like this guy's Hollywood.
Nah,
Yeah,
wait,
that's what
last year they didn't get him in for the CDL interview for like so many months. You saying that shit was comedy?
Yeah, you ask for Tej, you get Clay. It's done and dusted.
Nah, yeah, for real.
I think I got Tej for an interview. I got Tej for an interview in Miami actually. So nah, fuck that. GG's. I'm the goat as well. But
I mean, Eli, like, if you think Ravens are fraudulent, then I mean, you guys got to beat them to champs, no? Like, you can't let these
100%. I mean, 100%. I mean, they're definitely a little upset because we beat OpTic and they want to make champs. But I mean, we're still fighting for that champ spot as well. So it's gonna be a fucking
Well,
battle.
you did tweet him saying "cry more."
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, they're gonna be upset because they wanted OpTic to win that match. So I mean, they're definitely crying.
Ooh, damn. Yo, Tej, he said we need a wambulance for Tej. Yeah,
It is. I mean, I don't know. You see the scoreboard right there? I mean, shit.
Damn.
Need a live selfie at Tej to see if he's cried or not.
5-2.
Yeah, no, this comeback to win was insane. It's huge for momentum.
There's other shit that happens. Like, bro, some people barely even show up for warm-up scrims.
I mean,
I'm
listen,
not gonna name who. I'm not gonna name who, but some teams, maybe some of your favorite teams, can barely even show up to warm-up scrims. Don't even show up.
Listen, I'm gonna vouch for that.
Maybe there's some karma in action.
I'm gonna
right there.
vouch.
Some universe karma in action right there.
I'm gonna vouch. Hear me out. Because in Vanguard, my team done 15 more warm-ups than every team that year.
Yeah, I remember that. I actually remember that.
People,
you
you remember? Yeah, we done 50.
Yeah.
I think we ended up doing like 18 or 20 more than every team in the season or something like that. Because teams wouldn't show up to the warm-ups, so we were like being the nice people and taking the warm-ups for them. So the team actually had a warm-up for the day.
Standy talking crazy after one win, bro. Shut the fuck up.
When you say karma, when you say karma, Standy, you mean like, you know, karma is in the name of one of the coaches that may be on that team that you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about like karma, like what you put in, it might come back to you, like the universe, like how karma works.
No, I know what you mean, but I'm just trying to like get
I'm talking crazy. I'm just being honest, bro. I'm just being honest. Some people can barely even show up to the warm-up scrims, bro, and they even chalk the warm-up scrims, and then you're just sitting there like, bro, they couldn't even tell us. Like,
And
what
then
the
you
fuck?
beat them game 5 round 11? Yeah, it's karma.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I got my answer.
Holy shit, bro. Okay, man. I don't know. Is people like this whole server cheese thing?
I'm just
fans
keeping it real,
crying.
bro.
No, OpTic fans
Nah,
are
bro,
crying
nah,
for
100%.
sure.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, bro. Someone gotta say it.
I mean, listen, end of the day, bro, like no one wants to do the warm-up scrims. No one does. Let's be honest. Like I know you don't want to do them, Standy. I know that. Because they're not like true practice in my opinion.
But like I mean, to be honest,
together.
we try to treat them like we need to make champs. Like I promise you, we're going hard in those warm-ups. Like
Oh, for sure.
we're trying to give the other team good practice, but we're also like, yo, it's match day. These guys are going hard as fuck. Like, we should try to fucking win these maps against them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just saying it ain't 100% the same. You know,
Yeah,
it's not like it's not like an 8-hour scrim day
It's
where
more
you're locked
easy
in.
going for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, like a lot of teams do chalk it. Especially, I think it's more disrespectful with the fact that everyone comes to an agreement. Like this was the agreement since the CDL started that the teams warm each other up if they're not playing on the day, and teams still chalk it. You know, so.
Yeah, that's the annoying part for sure. Like when you know ahead of time that you're warming up a team, and then you just like wake up that day, and then like 20 minutes before, you're just like, yeah, we can't warm you up, and then you're
Yo,
just like,
yeah, no, the worst one's when you message the coach like, yo, we're ready in 10. It's like, oh shit, forgot to tell you, bro. Like, we got tacos today.
It's like, we're trying to get warmed up for the match. Like, we got an important 10 points to win.
My bad, boys. Like, I'm out for a date with the wifey. Like, I ain't gonna make it. Like, it's my day off.
Where did this come from?
Bro, I got side note question. What makes you so outspoken? I feel like, or actually, now makes you so outspoken, but why do you think other players are not outspoken and choose to just be so silent and quiet and not address the drama and just want to kind of like, is it just to retain the peace? Is not to get involved, not to get the green wall against them?
They know that if they say something, they'd rather not have. They know they'd rather not have the community or a certain amount of fans come at them. So they'd rather just keep their peace and not have to deal with all the bullshit that comes when you actually keep people accountable or like say the honest truth. Because sometimes when you do say it, people will just say you're not saying the truth and just say you're lying and capping and you're just being a bitch. You know what I mean? Like even if I were to not be lying here and saying the truth, people would still be coming at me and saying that I'm lying and I'm making it up and I'm just making excuses up and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's like a lose-lose, even if you're being honest. But like, I am just a person that eventually would just comes to the realization that I'm just gonna say it the way that I think it is and just be honest. And even if I am being honest, people still say that I'm capping. So it just is what it is. And I'm not. I don't know. It's just like sometimes it's a lose-lose. Even when I say I feel it's a lose-lose.
It's
so.
tippable, man.
I mean, you've been like this for years. You've been like this for years.
I don't know. I'm like talking. Yeah. I don't even know.
You bet. Like you haven't.
I'm trying to say it,
yeah. To me, you haven't changed in years. You've always been. You know. We in the UK like to call that a little shit. You know.
Yeah, it's some bullshit. That's what it is. That's definitely what it is. That's the best way to say it. Just bullshit.
Well. Are you? What do you got to say, man? What do you got to say to the fans? You know, they support you. There's a lot of Minnesota fans actually. And I talked to you, you know, even on the pod and stuff. There's personal Standy fans that enjoy you as a player. You know, what do you got to say to your peoples? What do you got to say to the green wall? Everyone else, you know, what's the last kind of message you got for everyone?
The green wall.
I mean, you're definitely addressing them. You're definitely addressing them. So,
to be honest, some green wall fans just might have brain damage or something, because like some of the shit I be reading is just absurd writing, which is fine. Like ride or die for your team. But most of them are pretty cool. But for the most part, people who support me and ROKKR, I mean, you may not always see it in the match, but we wake up every day, we go hard as fuck. We're trying our best to make champs, and we are truly like going the hardest we possibly can to fucking make shit happen for this organization. And whether it happens or not, you have my word, we're going our hardest. So yeah, I mean, we appreciate the support.
All right, guys. Yeah, you guys have it here. Standy stood on business, talked his shit, made sure it's cleared up. He cleared up the stair glitching, cleared up, you know, the OpTic rumors, the cheese. He's telling the truth and making it happen, boys and girls. Yeah, bro. Thank you for coming on. We'll talk soon, man. We'll talk soon.
Man, I already had people coming at my head, Mike. I'm used to this shit, bro. It's just getting easier and easier for me, to be honest.
Just like that. But yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for
coming on.
Yeah,
best of luck for the rest of the year.
Wow.
Breaking news. OpTic fans have brain damage.
Breaking news. Tagram's bank account just got even fatter.
Dude,
you heard it here first, isn't it? You heard it here first. Every OpTic fan has CTE from Eli Standy.
I love when players beat OpTic and do the full press tour. I don't like this take, though. I don't like this take that it's a press tour.
The press tour.
But when you beat OpTic, it's like, you know, it is a big deal and also speaks highly on what's going on with OpTic and what led you to beat them. And then the green wall getting involved too just adds another layer to it. So,
I mean, listen, so they obviously don't talk about. They obviously don't come on the show when they're losing because they're working on stuff, and when they win, they want to celebrate that what they're working on is showing. You know, like they come in to beat OpTic and 2 S&Ds. They said they've been working on it, and you know, it just so happens to be that the two people that we interviewed that wanted to come on the show, or not even wanted to come on the show, that were just around, happened to beat your favorite team. Like that's not their fault. That's just, you know, OpTic giving out wins when they shouldn't do. So you can't hate them for coming on and talking their shit, especially when they get abused every single time they lose a match. So they come in and win a match. They're trying to tell you guys, like, they're actually working on shit. They're not just showing up and just getting a paycheck. Like, they're actually telling you guys what goes on in a day to day, what they're working on, how things are going. You can't hate on that. Like, I understand your team lost to that team, but you got to respect who's winning and who's losing.
Yeah, and speaking on someone talking some more madness, this tweet after OpTic lost another match from Nero also had me rolling personally. I just put a little "you're hilarious" under there.
This is really what Kenny was responding to, right? When Kenny says that for some of these players, these online match wins are the bloody highlight to their career. Like, he ain't talking about a player like Standy that's won a championship. He's talking about players on this Vegas team that, you know, they ain't won, apart from attach, what they potentially need to be winning. But I love this from Vegas here, because to me this shows these guys have confidence that they are like actually a legit team. Because if they thought they'd online cheesed OpTic out of a win, they wouldn't be running up the fan base like this. But they are taking advantage of this opportunity, and they're saying, look, OpTic, we didn't beat you because of this Virginia server. We beat you because you ain't that good.
Yeah, we also have Johnny too tweeting out, you must have been listening to this heat for the match, huh? The Virginia Beach
Fire song, by the way. Like, let me just put it out there. Like, they couldn't have chose a better song for the Virginia cheese, and I'm all here for it. Like, it's great, love it.
Absolutely. But yeah, speaking of, again, let's see the matches ROKKR have coming up ahead of him here. They have Subliners, Toronto, Vegas. It's kind of a tough lineup, honestly. I think this is way more tough than a lot of the other teams we saw. You have two top teams, and then Legion, who's been on a roll. It is going to be, it's honestly going to be tough to ROKKR to push ahead here, but
it's actually a very similar run to Thieves. I don't know if we looked at the Thieves run earlier, we may have done, but
maybe
you go to Los Angeles Thieves quickly, it's basically the same teams, and then throw in like Faze or something. They have a pretty rough time as well. Like the series loss, yeah, it is literally as that.
It's the same plus Faze.
Yeah, like the loss that they had to Ravens actually may screw Thieves, because like, I mean, if they're stuck at 145, 155 after this, like they ain't guaranteed anything.
Yeah, it's tough. But I think the last team we have to talk about here is OpTic then, huh? OpTic has a total.
Yeah, we got to talk about what's happened.
Yeah.
What's going on?
OpTic matches completed. Last two against Legion and ROKKR. Game 5 losses for our major 3 winners. Trey, Rab. Is OpTic washed, or is this a result of them, you know, maybe not coming back from Major 3, not taking practice so seriously? Clearly didn't scrim for a while. Kenny, Shotzi was away for the Founders event. Is this the result of bad practice, or are they just maybe just 2 unlucky series?
You can go first, Trey.
I'm not gonna. I can't speak on what goes on over there because it's not my place to say. But I will say that I think Kenny went away, Shotzi went away. Obviously, it might have been a planned vacation or whatever like that. It just seems to me like even Kenny said it on a tweet. It was like, we're just not playing that good right now, but we're going to be good for the major. But that's a scary tweet to see. Like, yeah, we're playing bad right now. We'll be back for the major, which no doubt in my mind, like, you know, OpTic on land, they're going to be fine. But they don't look dominant like they did at the major. They're not clutching up rounds in S&D. And 2 losses in a row, like, it is kind of scary. Like when you look at it like this, but it's also online COD too. I don't know how much, like, I don't know how crazy seriously they're taking it. It's just like that thing I said there, you know, the teams that need these 10 points, they're going 1 million times harder than the top 4 teams, and that's facts.
I wonder how much of a factor, before you go, Rab, I don't want to cut you off and let you go ahead too, but I wonder how much of a factor the meta change is, affecting them. Maybe the AR buff is hurting them. Kenny, he's been looking a little wobbly. If you watch some of those hard points, his shot's been looking a little off. I don't know if he's being affected by this AR meta change. Go ahead, Rep.
I don't really buy this idea. I know I've seen lots of talk about like the skill gap is less now because the AR is 4-shot again. But like this was the case a little while ago when there was still a massive skill gap. So I don't really buy this idea that, oh, well, the games is all flattening out because the game's cheese nowadays. I don't really buy that idea at all. I just think that OpTic could come back from the major, and it's the classic thing that happened to multiple teams. Krim says this on the Drill podcast, which is coming out in a couple of days' time. Once you win, you can't go as hard as you previously went. You got to go twice as hard if you want to maintain that level. That's not what OpTic have done. I think Kenny is a massively important player to their success and will remain that way. But Kenny has always been a player that doesn't really care too much about online COD. Like, he'll look at these results and he'll think, whatever, like, we're going to deliver the goods on LAN. Generally, that's what they have done and probably will continue to do. But I do feel that compared to other teams, OpTic just are more prone to these type of results. In the long run, it may turn out to look like a good thing. They may lose these couple of series, recognize that, okay, we need to really lock in now in the run towards the World Championship because momentum is key. How many times have we seen over the last couple of years the team wins the final event and the World Championship, or at least the team that wins the final event is very competitive at the World Championship? Probably is going to happen again. So if I'm OpTic, I'd be pissed off about this. Like, I'm getting clowned on. The fans aren't happy about it. The loss to Vegas is like, whatever, maybe that was server cheese. Karma came out on stream and said he thought it was bullshit. But you've now lost to Minnesota. You've had one whole week of practice. You go into a series against Minnesota and come out pretty flat. The hard points are pretty poor. Bottling rounds in the search and destroys. Like, that ain't the same team that won the major, right? So that team is still in there. But my question is, and we had this question after Sunday, like that was the best COD that I've seen OpTic play in so long. Like they were dominant on the Sunday. But up until the Sunday, did anyone really have them winning the event? Like maybe going in, but they didn't look that good on the other 3 days of the event. They came out on Sunday and played like the best COD ever. Is that a replicable thing? People are saying, oh, they're 1-day merchants or whatever, right? They can only do it on 1 day. Because it's not even like last stage they had dominant performances in their online qualifiers either. So I think there are some questions about this team. Like, I'm going to still stand on my take that this is the best OpTic team that was put together since the Dynasty. And in terms of pure ceiling, that's absolutely the case. But even with Kenny on the team, whether they can replicate that is a question because we know what the history of this franchise can sometimes be.
I just wanna say this. We all said that, like, listen, even at the Major 3, I said, it was just pure clutches that was bringing them through. It wasn't like absolute stompings apart from the final. That was a stomping, right? We can all agree on that. But it was just straight up ice and clutches that took him to that win. That's what I will stand on. It was great teamwork for like Respawn and stuff like that. But S&D's like, we're looking at dashy 1v3s, 1v2s, all that kind of stuff. That's what I saw. It was just ice. Are you going to get that every single time? No, you're literally not going to get that every time. Is Cell going to throw his life in a 1v2 to let you win, to let you get a 1v3? No, he isn't going to do that every single time. He probably won't ever do it again. I think the scary thing is for OpTic fans and OpTic in general is that you've just won an event, you got matches coming up and stuff like that, and you don't scrim for them. Really, you don't practice for them. And as an OpTic fan, I'd be pissed off. To be fair, you just come back after a dominant performance, beating Faze that you haven't beaten all year, smoking Toronto in the finals. Like, I'm going home. If I'm OpTic, I'm going home. I'm sitting all 4 people down. I'm like, listen, I am grinding the fuck out of this game until the end of the year. Look how good we are. Instead, they didn't scrim for the matches, and now they're on a 2-loss streak. So
the biggest concern I have with OpTic right now is their S&D. Their S&D for Major 2 is a big factor that made them so dangerous even online. They didn't win the Major, but they handled business the entire online stage. Major 3, the reason why they won the event, like you stated, was the clutches up in S&D, basically. Dashy had crazy plays. Shotzzy had crazy plays. Them being able to close out those S&D maps led to them literally winning the entire thing. Now you fast forward to this qualifier, and they look weak. They look like they can't ice up. They look like they're breaking. They're going down 5-2 against ROKKR. Yes, I've said ROKKR's a good S&D team, but against OpTic on one of their better maps, they shouldn't be down 5-2 to begin with, to be honest. Second half, you go to that Karachi, they get come back on 5-2. 2 smokes or not. S&D is one of those things I feel like it's hard to work on, per se. It's a lot more instinctual. Online COD S&D kind of plays a certain way. LAN S&D plays a certain way. I'm not sure if it's going to be excuses like sound EQ, 2 smokes, server cheese, whatever it may be. Doesn't matter. Their S&D looks poor. It doesn't look like the team that we saw at Major 3. It doesn't even look like the team we saw online at Major 2. There's a lot going. They need to just sit back, have a team talk. Karma needs to get back on their heads. JP needs to get some analytics back in there. And OpTic need to really, I don't know, get it together quickly, especially in the S&D category, because it doesn't look, something looks really, really off right now.
We're going to have some very telling games coming up as well for OpTic, because if anything they've had, they're easy games. And there are a couple of challenging games in this split. I think it's against Toronto and against New York.
Yeah.
Both of those are still to come. And it's not like Ravens are going to go down easy either. Like, Ravens are in a very similar boat to Vegas and Minnesota, both teams they just lost to. The only team that OpTic have beaten so far is in Miami without Vikul. Who knows what happens if Vikul's there? So, yeah, the Toronto series to close out, the Subliner series, even the Ravens series, because Ravens just went up 2-0 on Faze. And I was still pretty convinced after they went up 2-0 on Faze that Faze would get a reverse sweep, and that's what happened. But against OpTic, if Ravens go up 2-0, I got Ravens closing that one out at the moment.
I think this is actually the best schedule they could have right now. It could be easier, obviously, but having the Friday matches or the earlier matches be the easy one, and then having the top 4 matches after, I think sets them up, because they can have that, early, play Carolina, see what happens, then play New York, not just New York, then Carolina. You get the harder one, the easier one first, harder one after. Personally, I think we see OpTic exposed against. I'm not even confident saying OpTic beat Carolina. That's how bad it looks right now, especially with Carolina looking better in respawns, and they are pretty good at S&D, honestly, with TJ there, fellow. I'm not confident saying OpTic are going to get this together and beat Carolina.
What if they start in losers, Ace?
Ooh, let's look at that statistic. That's a good thing to look at the standings. It is kind of wild to see this, but this.
I mean, it's still unlikely. They play Boston, so
No. Well,
they gotta get one.
I'm saying the fact that they're even in 9th in Major 4 qualifiers is surprising. It's kind of shocking. Even if they win all 4 of their matches, hypothetically, everyone else loses out. They could get first, but let's say they lose 2. If they lose 2 of their matches, the highest they can place would be like 3rd. So potentially you're going to have OpTic going into Major 4 with a lower seed and maybe playing Legion, Thieves, or Miami round 1. It's a bad setup.
I mean, they could play a better team than that round 1. Like, they could play Faze round 1. It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like, because this season, Major 2, Major 3, we had all of the first round games were top 14 versus non-top 14. Like, I don't know if we've really had a top 4 matchup in the first round, but it's definitely possible with the way things are currently looking. Because, I mean, New York are also 2-2, right? Like, OpTic are 1-2, New York are 2-2. Like, we are going to have some sort of, Faze versus or Toronto versus someone big in round 1, which is going to be a big deal. At the end of the day, it ain't champs, so like that's really what the pros care about at this point. But
yeah, I think there's a bit too much focus on the champ side for a lot of these top, I'm going to say a lot of these top teams. Maybe it's just OpTic, but I'm uncertain with them going forward. I'm very uncertain with them going forward. I'm curious to see what we get out of them. Do we get a good OpTic? Do we get a bad OpTic? And Major 4 is lining up to be one of the most interesting, especially with the standings, the first round matchups. Who's going to be winners? Who's going to be losers?
No fans.
And no fans, too, which is a big, big factor for OpTic as well, right? Mm-hmm. No green wall, no cheers. It's definitely going to be boring just coming into match day. It's like, you're seeing who you're playing against, but there's nothing good for it. Nothing that gets the heart pumping.
I have a question, boys. Rab, Ace, do we hate OpTic,
No, every week I get told whether I love them or hate them based on what I say on the show. I'm the,
Well,
the
I
biggest
love
OpTic
how
dick rider
often
or hater.
it flip-flops between me being... I'm the biggest OpTic dick rider ever, apparently.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So let me
I'm
just
also
state
the
this for the
biggest
chat.
OpTic hater ever,
Okay, let me just
apparently.
state this for the chat. We have said collectively, as a podcast, this is the best team OpTic have had since the Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Ceiling-wise, skill-wise, and they've won an event.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we are strictly talking about recent performances of them being on a 2-loss spree, and that's why we are scared for them, because they're on a 2-loss spree. Mr. Tom Cena.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, the top teams get criticized more if they lose. It's naturally how it is. Like, if you win the most recent event and all of a sudden you start looking not quite as strong, and yeah, it's online, sure. But obviously there's going to be criticism. OpTic themselves are saying they're playing bad. Kenny said it.
Yeah.
So,
And I want to add, add into that. Everyone's cooking Minnesota every week for the last, like, 2 stages. If they come in here and beat OpTic, that's a scary sign for OpTic. That's a point of concern. And it's back-to-back losses. When's the last time OpTic had back-to-back losses? Let's take a look, you know? Not an event. They actually haven't had back-to-back losses since Major 1 qualifier against Faze and Heretics.
interesting.
That was in January, guys. It's fucking June.
Oh, it's crazy. And guess what? The only time is that we've said we're kind of worried about how they're doing. We're not worried about them. We know they're going to go to LAN and still be a top 3 team. But my point was, it's a bit scary that you see them and they've come back and they've not, like, you know, FaZe come back after a win. They still look dominant. They've had a few, they look a bit shaky. Toronto come back after their Major 1 win, still kind of, you know, dominate online. You didn't see any of these teams have go 2 losses like that after they come back and won.
I'm going to add also, too, that if OpTic continues to falter here, in the season standings, they could lose the 2nd slot to Toronto. Toronto's only 5 points behind them right now. 5.
My bad. Ultra did look bad Magic, and that was also straight after a major change into the with the patches and stuff like that, with the new maps and stuff like that. So I will take the fall on that one. That is my bad. I do agree with you on that one.
That is fair. That is fair.
Well, also with people in the chat saying that like these top teams don't really care about Major 4, that is so faded. So faded.
Bro, there's still hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. What are you talking about?
And what do you mean? It cements legacy. Another chip to your name?
Chip to your name, big money, and so many teams still fighting for standings matter, by the way. I hope you guys understand. I hope like people in the chat, like, let's take a look here. This is from Major 4.
Matters for champs, for
sure.
Like,
this is Major 4, so not only are you're seeding for Major 4, but we're talking champ seeding. OpTic can lose this 2nd seed and have to play a harder team round 1. That's not what they want to do. Toronto's
I promise you.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I promise you, yeah. You go up to Hex and be like, it's all good, Hex. Like, you know, after Major 4, you go up to Hex, like, you know, my bad, bro. We got top 8, but it's all good. Like, we're just looking forward to champs, and he'll be like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Hex, we're in loser back. It's all good. They're already focused on champs. Like, what?
Yeah, it's a terrible mindset. Terrible mindset to think that they wouldn't care about a major where money's on the line, career's on the line, and placement for champs is on the line. It matters.
Now, I was going to say, I will say this. I do agree with the fact, and I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think it's right. The top teams right now don't particularly care about the online split.
That's a more normal take, but I don't love the take.
No, they're trying, but like win or lose, are like, right, we're chilling. You know what I'm saying? They're obviously pissed off when
they
lose,
feel like, we lose, like we can lock in and win the series we need to, for sure.
That's what I'm saying about like they're, in my opinion, they're not going 110, they're going 100, whereas the bottom where the teams that they're playing against are going 150. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like.
I mean, I feel like
I think that is the primary reason why, like, this is the first stage this entire season that we're seeing consistent upsets against the top 4. Like that has to be playing a big part of it.
You know what?
Because they know they're solidified.
I would say one thing that pisses me off though. One thing that slightly pisses me off, and this is actually against the other teams, the bottom 8 teams or whatever you want to call them. This pisses me off about them that if you had this other gear that you could have hit the entire season, why haven't you hit it earlier?
Why? Because what I'm saying, they are hitting that gear, but they're coming up against a team that's like
that's
trying hard. Yeah,
put down the gear basically.
Yeah, like that's my point. Like during the season, it's just a straight up grueler. Everyone's trying the hard as they can. I'm not saying they don't care. I'm just strictly saying like right now, you look at Faze, OpTic, Toronto, 400 points. Subliners, they are focused on champs, but they're also focused on this. Like they're also focused on Major Forward to win it. But like they know they're ahead of the game in that aspect. If you catch my drift, so the online matches, like you know. It's like how Clay feels about the online matches. They're coming up to their final part of the season. Yeah, they're pissed off when they lose, but it's not the be-all, end-all. Whereas like Major 1, you're looking at it like, oh shit, you know.
I agree. I just like for a team like a lot of these teams that we see here, Seattle, Miami, LAT, ROKKR, have all had like pretty significant roster changes right later in the season. Whereas like Carolina, for example, we see them take Faze to the edge. You know, they're battling LAT. They're beating them. They're looking so much better now. Like, I don't know. I feel like them only having 130 points over the course of the season when having this roster for so long is almost unacceptable. And it kind of goes back to what Attach said earlier when he's like, yeah, if we don't make champs, we don't deserve to be there, basically. Like, Carolina has had this roster to build on, work with. And clearly, you know, a star rookie. TJ's playing well. Clay has his ups and downs. Fellows playing better now. I don't know. I feel like that extra gear that they've hit now, some will blame the penthouse, but some of these extra gears that teams are hitting now, it's kind of interesting that it only happens once champs is on the line and like they're about to be put on the fire. I think that's a little bit cheese. I think it shows that gear was available the entire time. As much as I understand, Trey, your point of the top teams trying less, but I feel like there was another gear for these guys to try harder.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know, oh shit, boys. Like, fuck, we actually might not make champs. It's not Major 1 anymore. Like, it's not funny.
Yes, literally.
Like they've woke up in the morning and said, oh shit, fuck. Like, fuck, you know, we need this 10 points.
Gun to the head type thing. So
at some point, just quickly, like on that topic, because I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Like, the Olympics is coming up soon, and you're never gonna for some disciplines you can break world records in practice, but for the majority of disciplines, the only ever way that you are gonna break, like Usain Bolt would never run a 9.6, certainly not a 9.5 in practice. Like, it was only possible with the crowd, with the pressure, with the adrenaline in that moment that it was even possible to like go to that next level. So at some point, as a team, even if you think, oh, we can just lock in now, like on some level, it's only really possible to like absolutely lock in when the pressure is really there to deliver. So I think it's a natural thing, to be honest.
That's a valid point. That's a super valid point. But this also adds to the concern of Major 4, right? Certain teams can't turn on the gear until there's a high pressure moment. And again, I go back to Carolina one more time because Carolina notoriously plays better with a crowd. OpTic, it's 50-50. They play good online COD as well. If I had to do, I know this is a little early to say, but if I had to give my Major 4 winner with the lack of the crowd, it's going to be Faze. I think the lack of the pressure is going to help them a lot, and they're going to take advantage of that and win Major 4. That's my just early prediction.
I mean, look, I did make the take a while ago that they were going to win 2 out of the last 3 events, so I kind of have to go with that as well.
You have to go with the Faze take. I don't know. I like it. But to close out, we are, how many hours are we in the show? 3 hours.
I mean, we've done 3.5 hours right now.
We are legendary.
So, like, I think we've done it again, baby. We've done it again.
We're legendary. I honestly knew when I saw the sheet for this week, I said this is going to be a 3.5 hours. I knew 3 hours. The interviews obviously pushed it to 3.5 hours. But final thoughts on these standings here. Chat, if you have any questions as well, some quick Q&A.
But I do not have time for Q&A, respectfully.
No time, no 5 minutes. Okay, never
mind.
mind.
You can't say that shit for next week.
I mean, it is about to be 1 a.m. Like,
wait, is it actually?
Yeah, it's a 4-hour show, bro.
Well, no, I'm in Texas. It's still light outside. It's still nice and dandy where I'm at.
It's about to be light outside. It's about to be light outside.
Absolutely. Well,
We had 3 interviews. We killed it today.
Looking at these standings.
Shout out Ace getting the boys in.
Yeah. We're doing the work out here, doing the production work out here. This is the standings, right? After Major 4, week 2, or week 2? Week 3? Week 2. These are what we got. OpTic in 9th, Faze in 1st, New York in 7th. I'm going to ask one last question to you guys. Do we see any shock surprises of people moving out of this top 8? In any shock surprises of the people in this bottom 4 moving up to the top 8 of this standings sheet? Final thought here to close out Major 4.
Respectfully, I still ain't impressed by ROKKR.
Okay. ROKKR goes back to the bottom 4. There you go.
I have to throw that in there. And they've got a tough run, to be fair to them.
So you've also got to look at it like this. Who's OpTic going to replace in the standing? Right?
Exactly.
So, in my opinion, it's just going to be this 7 with OpTic in there. You just got to choose one to remove.
I'm going to take out, you know what? I'm going to shock people and say the one I think goes out of this top is LAT. After the loss last week, I think that's a big blow, a big kick in the chest. And you're going to have them fighting to cling back to be in this top 8, actually. ROKKR, I think, continue on with that momentum. Going to give them a lot of confidence. I think they keep pushing up into holding at least this 8th or 7th spot. That's kind of my rogue prediction right there, too. Yeah, and the LAT schedule was really tough when we looked at it. So LAT's the one coming out of this.
Major 1 Trey would be all over Miami right now, but he's actually a fan. All right, let's just get that out of there.
Wow.
He's actually a fan.
The character development on Dope Check. This is amazing.
Wow. What a time to be alive.
What a time, guys. What a time.
I am torn between ROKKR and Thieves purely just because ROKKR's S&D, I'm still not satisfied with it. I really ain't. And that's what they need to be good at to win these series. I'm 6-5 versus OpTic, whatever. Like, it's still not good. All right. That's what I will say for that one. Thieves, horrible loss. They scare me with how they play. They've got, in my opinion, they've got no ice when it comes down to actually closing out a series properly, which scares me even more. They can go 2-0 up, and I'm like, shit, well, potential. It's like a 70% chance they go make map 5, probably even higher, from Major 4 to Major 3. So, and they've got a hard split, right? Rest of the matches.
Yeah, very, very tough, actually.
All right, I'm going to go ROKKR just because I think they're too inconsistent, but it doesn't shock me if Thieves don't make it either. Like, either team.
There we go. We'll see.
I think you said it well, guys.
But thanks for Standy for coming on.
Yeah. We'll definitely see how this progresses out, right? We have more matches, more weeks of matches, actually. We got a little more time, actually. Friday, guys, pre-show. Friday before the matches, an hour and 30 minutes before the matches. Dope Check will be live for the pre-show. Don't miss it. We are going to give you all the predictions, all the previews, all our map counts, everything we have there. Also, the handsomest show. You want to see our face. You want to see the character development. Guys, thank you for watching Dope Check episode 24. If you're watching on YouTube, which I hope people after this do go check in. Like, subscribe to GG Breaking Point, and show us some love, man. Show some love to the fam. Come here for Monday, episode 25. We appreciate you for watching. Any final thoughts, guys, or are we ready to close it up there?
I'm ready to go to bed.
Oh, God.
Rev, ready to go to bed?
Thanks for watching, guys.
I've been up since 8.
That's it. Thank you for watching, guys. Later. Bye.